Alrighty, folks, welcome back to Tabletop Gaming. We're back with some more Dungeons and Dragons, and we're fighting one that is
No, you're
making our
not.
team berserk.
It's not a Durgan.
It is a type of Durgan.
It's a Wyvern, not a Durgan.
Yeah,
There's a
well,
difference.
other people would say that wyverns are a type of Durgan. So, anywhoozle,
Anywho, so yes.
we currently staved it off. Berserk status has been erased from our teammates, and we're currently trying to regroup.
Yes.
I'm gonna
We kind
move.
of ended a bit abruptly.
I'm
Oof.
gonna move underneath the tree now.
So, your thingy wears off on Cayenne. So, I think we
And he
done
breaks
that
berserk
one.
status at the same time, yeah.
Well, you wouldn't know because they were frozen until.
No, I know, but I'm going under the tree.
Alright. Lumi is currently hiding under a tree with Zoho. She does not do flying yet.
I
She
motion
has
to
no way of dealing with this thing.
I motion to Thorin to get underneath a tree right away.
Thorin's not here.
I know.
Yes, Josh can't make it. I know. I already asked him questions. So,
I'm aware. I'm treating him like an NPC.
that's
Yeah.
just rude. Okay, so let's have him gather up his turret and join people under the tree as recommended. And as you're standing under the tree, it's like,
Zoho motion.
Tyler.
Yeah, and then KT are getting under a tree. Well, this is a predicament. Are we supposed to be an opponent who's always out of our reach? This is just like the trial with Sabakaze. Always flittering out of my reach, no matter how hard I try to catch it. Remain calm. Remain calm, remain patient. Do not lose yourself to anger. He mutters this to himself.
Lumi's ears next to you are twitching. She hears everything you'll say.
Sorry. I have a hard time handling myself when I'm frustrated. It's a curse.
Okay. Well, do we have a plan?
Trying to figure it out.
The only thing I can think of is if one of us acts as bait to draw it down from the mountain. I might have an idea, but that will require using some of Sabakaze's power. And even then, the spell I have in mind is a gamble. For lack of a better word.
Why would you want to bring it back? It's just wanted. Didn't we just drive it off? And she kind of like gestures up the ridge where it went.
Well, we don't know if it's going to stay up there. But you do have a point. He looks down towards the rest of the path. If we keep to the trees, we might have a chance of avoiding.
I didn't mean to click that.
If we stay under the trees, maybe we have a chance. Maybe.
So you want to go back to the forest?
What? No. We have to keep going the direction of Barrider. Although, which way do we go? I know we came from this way. And the only other way is that way, as far as I know.
Yeah, you're pretty much stuck in a steep valley. So, I don't know. I don't know what's that way. And the forest is that way, and the mountain's that way. And then we kind of like point in general directions.
I have a dumb idea.
And what would that be, Otto?
I'm bait. When it lands, I go invisible, and then try to pin it.
I don't think that would work. We could also just run.
I don't see enough trees to be able to get past this.
What if we were to go one at a time?
Actually,
Rill and I know Rill and I are the only ones with longbows, but that's it.
Is it?
Perhaps
Okay, can we see it from where we are right now?
perhaps if we
Out of character.
allow you, perhaps if we allow you
Make a
guys,
perception.
perhaps if we allow you guys to go ahead first, Rill and I provide cover fire.
Last you saw it,
Cayenne,
Otto,
Please
it
do not
disappeared
throw
over
a
the
spell
ridge.
at me. We have to
could
do
tr-
some.
We could try sneaking.
Considering the wyvern probably has a bird's eye view of this whole valley, might be difficult. Otto, you still have that stealth spell. What was it called again?
I don't think they name it in
Rill?
thingy. But yeah,
Oh, yeah,
I still have a charge left for my level 2s, and Pass Without Trace hasn't been used.
If
Keep
we
in mind,
do,
it doesn't make us invisible. It just makes us really good at sneaking.
yeah, I know. And while we're stealthing, we have to move like half our movement speed.
Mm-hmm.
We could dash, but it's still half our movement speed.
It's up to you guys. I mean, the other two spells aren't exactly going to help us in that in this combat regard, anyways. So it's better than nothing.
Rill, what do you think?
Cousin was mean.
Yes, your cousin was indeed mean.
Lumi, what do you think? Are you okay with trying to sneak past this? Or do you not want to leave the cover of the tree?
Well, if we don't leave the cover of this tree, we're gonna be here a while.
I say we go for it.
All right then.
I cast this on everybody.
Second, I'm just checking something on the foreign sheet.
As a +10 to dexterity stealth checks.
Okay, so your plan is to try and
Walk out, yes.
Stealth out.
get away and basically hopefully have it lose track of you.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going on the basis of it's watching you, and you're going to try and get out. I'm going to assume you're like going to sort of like dash between trees and things where you can,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
as best you can. Okay, so
Should we roll stealth checks?
yeah, let's have everyone roll a stealth check and then pass without traces, just plus 10, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh shit, my stealth bonus is 0.
20. Mine's a 20 with pass without trace.
Oh damn! I am
Darn.
frigging invisible without being invisible.
And he's the furry one.
I would just like to remind Otto that
I know.
just because you can't see things doesn't mean they can't see you.
Yeah, no, that's true. Yes.
Okay, so
No, no,
Oh no,
Cayenne.
Cayenne.
skills.
It's
Stealth.
bright
Here we go. Oh, fire indicator did one.
red. Okay, Thorin is stealthier than Otto by 1.
So Otto, real, and Kaite, Orin. Saw this coming 20 miles away. I think the problem was you didn't see it coming 20 miles away.
Yeah, don't forget about Lumi in this.
Yep. Lumi. That's the one I'm forgetting.
Actually, wait, doesn't our little Durgan friend also need to roll?
Kaite
No, the
did.
dragon has to
Oh,
roll
sorry, I didn't see the
perception.
double. I'm sorry, that's my bad. That's on me.
Okay, so I'll do this as an average thing, so so we got that's a lot of high rolls, opposite to last time. Okay.
Except for Cayenne, but still decent.
I
1,
rolled
2,
a
3,
10.
4, 5, 6, 7 party members right now.
I'm just glad I didn't flub because I could, like, if I rolled a 1, I would have 1.
That's a decimal.
So the average is a 23.
That's really good, actually.
That is really good. We're going to go with the assumption of teamwork because we all don't want to die.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And since it's an average, Cayenne's low score is actually outweighed by all of our high rolls,
Okay.
which is good.
Right, I have my numbers. So, as you get as you cast your cast your spell on people and whatnot, and it's sort of like you all kind of take a moment, kind of like gather you, look around, try plan your first steps further down the valley where the trees and that you can see in sight are ahead of you and stuff. While you're doing that, Lumi shrinks next to Zoho.
He's using a small form.
And Lumi slowly turns into a white hare.
He's a bun.
Little
And
bun.
it's like, Zoho, you standing next to her when you notice what's going on. Bit surprised, like, hang on a minute, that's the opposite way around to what she normally does, but...
Still,
you see
smaller
her
form, less likely being seen.
her bun ears are still like pointed and fluffy, very similar to how she is in humanoid form.
Oh no. Is she the killer bunny?
Her eyes are still the same color.
Which
They
is
have not changed.
silver?
Is that the correct button?
Yeah, silver.
There you
Okay.
go. Hey, I'm
s-
remembering my shortcuts better this
Yeah,
time.
like a steel K.
And
Transformations are a lot like the way I do them, where the fur is usually my hair color and the eyes are the same color as my characters.
okay, random information for
Yeah, I know,
Otto's character creation.
Meh.
So, why couldn't you do this when we started, when people were asked to describe their character? Anyway, um, you guys kind of like plan the next like short trip of your route and start following the valley along, heading, ducking, like you see Lumi kind of like quickly dart ahead of you, and as a rabbit, like to go like to one tree as quickly and quietly as as quickly as she can go. Well, and the whole time her ears are just constantly twitching back and forth.
I kind of see Zoho's route just going here and then here.
Yeah, I haven't got a map for the whole journey.
Yeah, dude, it's
Sorry.
good.
Sorry.
But yeah, it's like tree to tree as best as possible down the valley, keeping alert. Let's have everyone also roll a perception.
That's. Ow.
Ah. I swear, if he's waiting for us on the exit.
Right. Okay. It's just okay. I'm gonna do it this way. I'm gonna do it in turn order as like the journey goes, and then match it up with your rolls. Unless anyone wants to deliberately do something else different.
No.
So
Right,
where are we
so
now on the map?
Wait,
you're
what?
heading down the valley, one tree at a time.
Oh.
I don't have a. Okay, so just random athletics that was not meant to be. So Zoho first. So as you leave your location, it's sort of like you're like double checking over your head when you're darting between the trees. Zoho, it's
Yeah.
like looking up towards the ridge where it was.
Yeah.
It's like you have a sense that it's still there, but you can't like make out exactly. Cayenne is Cayenne. You can see like it from your perspective as you move away. It doesn't look like it's. It looks like it from like you get a brief moment as you like go over a ledge to the next hill, and you think you kind of like spot like its wings, like just above from the angle you're at, peeking above the horizon that you can see. But it doesn't look like it's coming closer. Looks like it might be staying. Foreign, what did Foreign get?
Oh, I got 23.
Yeah,
he got some
every
pretty good
time
rolls.
Foreign goes to the next tree, he always seems to take an extra moment compared to the rest of you. Like he's double checking. Seems like he's a little bit paranoid.
He's a very cautious dwarf.
Yes, he is being very cautious.
Well.
It's like he's running around, hammers in its like crossbow mode. Not fucking guns, crossbows. Like crossbow mode the entire time.
Blunderbuss mode.
In both hands. It's all like Otto, what did you get?
I got maximum stealth but low perception.
Otto, after a short while, and it's all like you don't seem to. You start feeling a little relaxed. You haven't seen it in a short while. Then we got Ruril, followed by Kaite. after a few 5 minutes or so, Rill, you're like checking back. It's like, and you don't notice it, and you feel a bit more comfortable. So like you ask Kaite just to take a brief moment to fly up for a bit of a better angle, like just briefly. And she comes down, and she looks a little bit relieved. And then Lumi also seems to be a little less twitchy. But just in case you guys even though there's no signs in the last minute, you still continue following the valley for a bit while longer just to make sure. And as you're heading down, it seems to start. You get to a point where the valley looks like it's going off in two directions. One further west towards the edge of the mountains, and one a bit more south.
Which way is it to Barrider again? He's whispering this.
Are you actually asking me this, or just?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't
Would
know.
you like to know the answer?
Yes, please.
Barrider is in the general southwesterly direction, following the base of the mountains.
So we go west. Yes.
So you want to go to the one that forks off west.
Following the base of the mountains is where we should go. And I'm guessing the path that leads south just goes away from the mountains. Right?
It continues down. It's like the valley. Based on the way rivers work, the one that's coming west will probably lead further towards the mountains and probably uphill. The one continuing south is still in. Well, you still got to go south to some degree, but you could assume, based on your knowledge, that would continue following down, like effectively what would have been downstream.
Okay.
I'm going to assume Zoho is kind of in the lead, considering it's a bit faster than everyone.
I'm trying not to be so fast, but I'm a monk.
A monkey is more like it.
No, if I was a monkey, I would have a tail. It'd be all fuzzy. But I'm not.
I don't think we're allowed any of those races from that book.
You've already picked your characters, you're stuck with what you got.
Hey, don't start with me.
I could just torture you instead of unalive you, Tarp.
I'm trying to think which way. I want to flip a coin.
Well, if you want to take a moment to flip a coin to decide on which direction you want to
Didn't
want
we
to go.
decide in advance where we're going? Or
Just
is
go.
it-
Well, you don't really have much choice up until this point. You kind of went down into the valley because it's got following that general direction you need to go, and you've kind of been stuck to a point where unless you're going to climb out.
Climbing is probably not the best move.
What?
What?
What, Blaze? And
I said climbing is probably not the best move.
so no go west.
Well, I mean, we should.
No. Climbing out of the valley is what they're getting at.
Yeah, because we would all be stuck on a wall.
And sitting ducks.
It's also getting late into the afternoon.
Screw it. Screw it. Screw it.
So,
South.
Hang on.
is there any indication for the directions? Like, what it looks like?
I don't think there is.
Based on your knowledge of how rivers work, going westward would be like going up a different tributary
Mm-hmm.
towards the source, which would lead you to closer to the mountainside. Whereas going south is still because it's probably better if I just do a little quick doodle.
One's going to the base of the mountains. One's going along the side of it.
I
Yeah, so
have
the
no
river
idea.
itself has been
It's
following
being
the
fake.
thing, and you've come to a point where it kind of. Oops, sorry. Wrong
Branches
curve.
off.
I understand that.
So you've come down here, and you're now here. And then this way is going to be more uphill towards the actual mountains themselves. And this, you're not actually sure. So even though I've just drawn it pretty much in a straight line, you don't actually know where that's going to go once further down.
So wait,
From-
this is west and this is south?
No.
No,
I'm confused.
look at the drawing. So we're here. We either go this way or this way.
And this is along a river, then.
So you're in the valley of what seems to have been an old river that doesn't seem to
okay. So
exist
it's not
anymore.
an actual river; it's the remnants of one.
No,
Okay.
that's why there's trees and stuff down here. It's the remnants of what used to be a river
Okay. All right. Now I understand.
from a while ago, and it seems to have, for some reason, it's dried up and like the forest has kind of slowly sprawled out into the fertile soil it's left behind.
And you're saying if we go west, we eventually have to climb?
Well,
No.
if you go west far enough, you get to the actual mountains.
Yeah.
You don't have to follow it all the way west. I'm just giving you general, like, west is towards the mountain ridge, which you know Burida's in. South,
This is
you
getting
don't
confusing.
I'm not sure how I can make it clear. The river you're following is going in a general southward direction. Berida from where you were, so I'll pick a different color. So this is where you started. You headed this way until you came to the valley of the river.
Mm-hmm.
You came into the valley of the river, follow it down south, and now you've come to this kind of junction. To the west would lead you uphill towards the mountainside, which you're generally following the mountain, like the foot of the mountains anyway, because you know Burida's in the mountains.
Can I see any critters nearby?
Let's have a look. Roll a perception.
Hoping I roll good.
You can hear some birds in one of the trees.
Ooh, actually, that helps a lot. Can I see them? Yes, I can see them, or hear them only.
You can hear them. You can't see them from the tree you're in, but you can tell there's a couple of birds hiding in a tree.
Okay. I'm going to attempt this then. On one of them.
Okay, so you're kind of like feeling a bit more comfortable. You break the tree cover from the one you are, and you kind of like head over towards where you hear the general birds. The birds generally chirping, kind of good sign nature-wise that something isn't frightening them. And when they come in, as you see like the branches that they're like sitting in, you cast your spell. and attempt. I'm going to guess you're going to attempt to communicate with them somehow.
Yeah, I have speech beast and leaf.
Is that your? That's your racial thing, isn't
That is
it?
my racial, yes.
Um,
They can't communicate with me, but I can communicate with them.
Okay. What are you trying to find from these birds? While Zoho's trying to gain his bearings.
I want them to get an aerial view and see which path would be most beneficial to getting to Barad, if they can see it from where we are. Like basically have them do a once over in the area and see if they can see the city from here and which path would be the quickest way to get back.
They seem to respond with some confusion with the words that you're trying to communicate.
We are looking for people, man-made objects, opening in stones. Crap,
isn't Barad near a river?
yes.
River going into mountain.
Yeah, river going into a mountain. Specifically.
Can you click your beast thingy so I can read the description?
Absolutely. Yeah, they understand me, but they can't speak in return.
Okay, so you have advantage on charisma checks to make to influence them. Okay, but that's kind of like comboed up with the animal friendship to avoid rolling that
Correct.
effectively. One of the birds kind of like flutters over to a tree. Where's my little drollish tool? So, say there's a couple of trees on this side, a couple of trees down here, and you're over here. You see the bird kind of like flutter around the corner and hear a like tapping.
Okay, I go around that corner to see what's going on.
The bird is there tapping a tree around the corner.
I approach the location and take a look.
So effectively, it's around this way.
Mm-hmm.
You ask
I-
like towards people and man-made stuff.
Yeah,
I insight the bird.
towards people, man-made stuff, and towards a river flowing into a mountain.
And Faye, what were you after?
I'm inciting the bird.
You're trying to
Why are
incite a
you
bird.
inciting the bird?
It's a bird. You don't understand bird. You're a little puzzled to the actions of the bird, but you can probably generally just that up to Otto being an animal person.
This shit is wacky.
That means it's pointing west. We go west.
Well, I guess
Right.
this is as clear a sign as we can get for now, until we can
Yep.
get closer to civilization.
Right.
Another
Yeah.
bird flutters past you onto another tree and starts tapping it.
In-
The same direction?
It's a tree further up on the valley. That way.
Wait, what?
I didn't see the
Not
that way.
up the like on the ledge of the like further up the valley. Like
Oh, so it's telling us to go this direction.
It tells us to go.
one's telling
over
you
the
to go that
valley.
way. The other one's telling you to go up the river.
The west path.
So
yeah.
they're telling us both ways?
Yes. There's two birds. One's telling you that way. One's telling you that way. Based on the understanding of people.
Okay. Let's see. Have either of you seen a river flowing into the mountain? Raise your right wing for yes, your left wing for no. That's the only way I can get answers from them.
They just kind of like both kind of do that thing where they fluff up.
Fluff up?
Yeah, you ever seen when birds fluff themselves up?
Yeah.
Do I just contact Mirari at this point, or do I just save the 3rd level spell slot?
It's up to you. What can I do?
I'm trusting Otto here, but I don't think we're getting the answers we want.
So Zoho is struggling with himself, trying to remember directions. Olo is trying to communicate with the wildlife.
I don't know.
Oh no, I've gone native. So wait, are they refusing to respond to the question or what?
I don't think they
Left,
understand.
right. They
They
don't
don't know
understand.
what left and
Okay,
right
all right. Tap for yes, do nothing for no.
Do you understand? Well, they clearly don't
They
understand
both
me.
start tapping,
Oh.
Lead us to
repeating
the
what they were doing before.
lead us to the river that enters a mountain, please.
They both fly off.
In
what
either direction.
Yes.
Gosh. I say we take the western path.
Wait! We can't fly! We need to be able to see you!
I think they're gone.
I got.
Damn it!
Let's just go west.
I did say lead.
Which directions did they go? Did they just go their?
They went yes.
That is so not
They
helpful,
went pretty
man.
much the directions that they were indicating.
Yeah, one went west, one went southwest.
Alright, I guess we just pick, because apparently both ways are correct.
I say
Eventually.
west.
I just sprint up the road.
Just
When you say up the road, you mean up the valley?
Potato,
Up the-
potato. It's a road.
The flatter ground rather than the trying to climb out, yeah?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I'm gonna be
Karen's just-
honest, this is feeling a lot like the shorter route, but more difficult, the longer route, but easier. Alright, let's go.
Alright, so you're going up the valley.
Yes.
Okay.
Feel like we're gonna fight that Drake's or that Wyvern some more though. Because we're closer to them.
Not this one. So you continue following westward, a little more at ease this time, without the tree sneaking and whatnot. And you're definitely going uphill. It's that awkward feeling of a long, slow incline, whereby you start feeling a little more tired than you normally would. I hope you know what I mean, because I used to live on one of those.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
One way is really easy, and the other way you don't realize it's uphill until you like journeyed a fair bit, and then you're like, shit,
Yeah,
I'm going uphill.
I always lived up it's hills and crap all over the place in my neighborhood. Not like high hills, they're just gradual slopes, but you get tired when you go up them.
And you continue, say, for an hour more, and the valley becomes less steep and a little more traversable on the sides. Here we go. This is the one I want. This is going to give me a minute.
Map change.
Yeah.
I like how helpful that whole thing with the food animals was. I should have figured, considering their intelligence is low.
Okay.
Hmm.
Sorry, this is going to take a minute because I'm having to. I didn't prep every map because you have choices. So I need to take a minute when you decide to quickly set the settings up.
That's fine.
This is where if we had a pro editor, they would cut this bit out and you would never know. Let's just get all the tokens together. Preferably without the drawing.
Really hope I see those birds again, because it's gonna feel like a waste if I don't make use of them for the 24 hours. That spell's duration is 24 hours.
Well, we're going to see one of them.
I hope so.
I can't see for shit.
Did I forget to put? I think I might have forgot.
No, I still have like a little bit of light. I can't see much, but I still see
Oh
something.
no, it's okay. It's darker on your end than my end, probably because of the DM difference.
It's fine.
That's better.
Hello?
Mainly.
I can see it.
It should be getting dark,
Yeah.
but let me know if it's too dark.
Well, I can see better than whatever that was.
How come the grid is smaller than our tokens now?
Because I forgot to do that because the size of the map.
Okay.
That's an easy fix, though. You all suddenly grew in size for no apparent reason. Get over here, you sneaky bugger.
Damn it!
Alright, so you're coming from the east side of the map. And as you can see, there's still like what appears to be the general flow of a river. But it's much more shallower. And it's getting dark.
I think we're a good distance away from where the wyvern's nest was. We should set up camp for the night.
I agree. Let's use that outcropping up ahead.
You mean that giant hole
No, the empty space.
in the trees? Yes, this one.
Yes.
I guess we're gonna need one of these.
That's a horse.
I
What
am on
a
top of
horse?
the horse. Okay. I
By
drag
one
the
of these,
horse.
I mean token. So you're gonna set up camp somewhere in this little open spot
Yep.
Yeah.
in the trees.
I'll take first watch.
Mm,
Don't forget Thorin.
I
I'll
haven't
take the
forgotten.
last watch.
Thorin's going to insist he takes first watch.
Alright, I'll take second watch.
I'll take the last watch.
He's still. Thorin seems still a bit paranoid. He wants to.
Yeah, that
He's
makes
holding
sense.
on to that crossbow.
I don't blame him.
As you get to this point and you sort of like come to Luma's going to go to a human form so she can actually talk. So why in the open?
So we can keep
Are
our
we safe
eyes.
now?
Safe as we can be.
Does that mean we can eat?
I can't say why not.
Hmm.
You're gonna do amazing cooking again?
Did I do?
I find a tree.
Did I do good cooking? I don't know.
Well, the last time she tried your cooking, it was literally lukewarm meat on a just thrown on a fire.
Oh, so she's being sarcastic with me. Okay.
No, she just doesn't understand cooking.
Oh, okay. I understand. She's like caveman, kind of. I don't know. Can you rustle up some meat for us to try and cook?
Mm. She kind of like pats her side. It's like no pockets.
Would you like one of us to go with you?
You want to go with me where? I thought we were going to catch up with Mirari.
To hunt food,
To hunt food.
to collect food, whichever you
Oh.
prefer.
Survival.
Suppose we can find something.
I shall assist her specifically in doing that.
She turns into Big Cat.
And I'm gonna follow with my last transformation of wolf.
Okay.
And yeah, I guess I have to roll survival as well.
Hang on. Anyone else want to help them? So what is the plan? Who? Anyone else going hunting with them? Anyone like other people setting up camp?
I am hunting.
I
you want
survival to see if I could spot anything. I failed miserably
Yep, you did.
with a 9 plus -2.
Farin's going to state that he's going to stay here, set up a fire, and keep an eye on things.
I'm gonna choose to go over here in case I explode again.
Up on the ledge. Oh wait, just
Under
think
the ledge.
you can't get
So,
under the ledge.
what
It-
Rilla's
Damn
going
it.
to do?
There is there's no overhang. It's either at the top or the bottom.
Fine, right here.
What Rill
Under
gonna
the
do?
tree. Yes, what's Real going to do?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fair.
Will do, will name. Proud.
Okay, so I'm guessing that means Real's going to go hunting with Kaite. Assuming Kaite is also going. Okay, so Cayenne, you're staying. Foreign's going to stay.
Damn you!
All I'm thinking of is like, cause I didn't see Kaite. All I saw was Kaite showing up beside her, and I'm just like, yeah.
Okay. Are you all going trying to go as a group?
I'm gonna go with
Are you gonna go
Lumi.
split?
I don't think it's a good idea for two animals to work with humans to get kills.
Soho goes with Rill and Kaite,
Yeah.
trying to keep up with them.
Well, I'm not asleep yet.
I'm assuming that's for you know what.
No. That was for an issue. Oh, am I gonna just be passed out by the time they get back?
Okay. So it's like Farah's gonna say, well, if you're gonna go hunt, probably meet here in about an hour.
Yeah.
About an hour. Okay.
And yeah, I'm gonna make use of my pack tactics with Lumi.
Okay, so you two are going off together, Zoho and. Okay, so I'll do Rail, Zoho, and Kaite.
Hmm.
You can either do survival or perception.
Hmm.
Pretty good average.
So you guys are able to find what appears to be like a well-worn path. What the hell's the name for it?
Trail.
Describe it.
You know, regular walkthrough for certain animals and things. They tend to follow the same route.
Oh,
A trail.
Oh, shoot. Crap. I know what you're talking about.
There's a specific name for it, and it's driving me nuts
It's like
because
a
I've forgotten
nature
it now.
trail?
Game trail.
Game trail.
That's
Thank
the
you.
one.
Yes, that's it.
That's the one I want.
Mm-hmm.
So they're able to find the game trail shortly after departing. Lumi and Otto.
You want me to roll? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, same kind of thing. Perception or survival. Are you looking to find looking for critters, or are you looking for perception if you're looking for signs of critters or berries and things? No, sorry. Perception for looking for indications of critters and things. Survival if you're just going to be looking for general edibles in your surroundings.
I'm looking for critters, and I'm assuming I get advantage on perception because dog farm.
If you're sniffing for stuff, yes.
Yeah.
Trying to pick up scents.
Oh, jeez, with advantage, that's kind of low.
Holy crap!
What?
You should be really glad you're not in combat right now.
I know.
I'm referring to my rolls, by the way.
Oh no.
So use takes a bit longer to pick up on something. So you're about 20 plus minutes into searching, and Lumi just freezes.
I follow suit.
There's a few moments. She kind of looks over to you. Seems to do effectively a sigh. And then continues.
What? Okay.
Back to the other group. Can I have survival with advantage?
From
All of you. You're all hunting,
Zoho
yes?
and Kaite?
Yep.
And this is with advantage. Darn. I rolled low.
Let's just have the same roll twice, please. Thank you.
Goodness gracious.
So, Rel and Kaite kind of spot it just before Zoho. They kind of it's like they're in sync today. It's just ahead further up this trail that you found that you're following, you notice it's like you notice something moving, something small underneath a nearby brush. Zoho, you notice them kind of slow down and go into stalker mode.
I step a ways behind them and just observe. Because I am not sure what stopped them. So I did not say it!
It's like they slow. It's like they go into deep focus mode, and after a few moments, young deer comes out of one of the bushes onto the trail. What do you do?
With the drunken
Hmm?
sailor.
Wait, what?
You're not on the open ocean, Derp. I'm asking what that real Kaite Zoho do when the young deer comes out onto the trail ahead of them.
Hmm?
I don't know if Psycho's typing anything or not. There we go.
Oh.
Oh no!
Rel's not.
I also
Rel's off of her game.
I also shoot.
Rel quickly shoots a shot at
whoops.
the deer,
That did not count that roll.
and it. Do you not count that roll? Sorry,
Uh,
what?
I accidentally rolled it with advantage. I wasn't supposed to.
It's easy. If you do that, we just take the first roll,
Yeah, which would be a 13.
which would be a 13.
Hmm.
Rel shoots, and the arrow kind of like flies just over it. It spooks, and it starts to run.
It is not going.
Zoho, a few moments later, because you weren't necessarily as prepared, you kind of like follow suit, like quickly. It's like spend a bit, and you manage to you manage to get it as it starts to run.
Sunk.
Roll your damages.
Also, addition.
You catch it in its catch it in its hindquarters. It's still running, but it's wounded.
Wait, I didn't roll the bonus damage with the thing.
Oh, what's
'cause
your
I shot.
bonus damage? It is wounded and it is running. I couldn't remember what dice your Kensei was.
It's a D4.
It lets out like a cry.
Quickly, shoot again. It's still. I'm guessing it's still in range.
You guys have long
Yes,
bows.
yes.
Yes.
Pew.
Okay, Real gets it with the second shot.
Thunk.
As it lets out one more last squeal and it like rolls, like falls forward and rolls. It is lying, gasping for breath on the floor.
Zoho rushes over and kneels down next to the wounded deer. My apologies. He's.
Wouldn't it be easier to just say it? Because all we're hearing is clack, 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 clack.
No.
Okay.
This is deep speech. Clack, clack, clack.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Sorry,
Meanwhile,
when you
Kaya
say
fights
fight a tree, what do you mean by fight a tree?
Get wood for fire.
Ah,
Mm.
okay. So you're punching the tree hoping to get some logs.
Or trying to pull off branches that aren't going to be good for the tree.
I was making a Minecraft joke.
I know. I wasn't going with it.
Don't worry, I'll be back. I just need to pull off a little bit of hair and we got kindling.
So yes, we has a deer. Sorry.
Far Thorin's making a campfire. He's effectively getting it. I said about an hour, so I'm just rolling dice for him.
Okay.
He's effectively getting part of a short
Short
rest.
yeah.
And considering how hurt he is, he needs it. Hyan's gathering additional firewood to keep it going. You guys have successfully hunted a deer. Can I have another perception from Team Lumi?
Alright. With or without a advantage?
Same.
Advantage? Okay.
Assuming you're doing the same thing still.
Hey! It's not crap this time. Yay!
Okay, you notice it this time. You hear a cry in the distance. It sounds rather far away. You don't recognize it,
Okay.
but well, you don't recognize it in the sense of you can't guarantee what it is, but it sounds like something calling for something else off in the far distance. Lumi kind of like senses it as well, and she freezes again.
Should we go check that out?
She shakes her head and she kind of like turns around back towards where you came from and gestures to go back.
Okay.
You in agreement?
Yeah, I mean, I thought we were hunting, but sure. Yeah.
So, you guys return back first. You're a bit faster than the other group now. They've got something to carry, and your animal forms, I think, are average out higher than average group speed of Zoho and that. I'm assuming Zoho's staying with Rill and not running off on his own.
Yeah.
We don't remember how fast the wolf is. Kinda need to roll this anyway. 50 feet, yeah. Just a
Okay,
bit.
so you return to the camp with Thorin resting by the fire is set up, and Cayenne's kind of like stacking a pile of wood to keep it burning for longer. Are you keeping your animal form up for a bit while longer?
Since we've decided to stop hunting, nah, probably not.
Okay. So you didn't find anything, says Thorin.
Unfortunately, it's fine. It was an attempt to save on rations.
Well, the others haven't returned yet.
Hmm.
But at least we have those rations, I guess.
Yep. I'm gonna use a ration for now.
Sure, you don't want to wait to see whether they got any success? Success?
No, I'm gonna notice that
Yeah.
they're gone, so I'm assuming since they're taking longer, they probably found something, so yeah, I'll hold off.
Zoho and Kite returned for Zoho carrying the deer over his shoulders. We're back.
Oh,
You say that as Rill goes off up the ledge.
got a great quarry, it
On her
seems.
own.
He looks around. Yes, Rill was the one who. Oh, for goodness sake, she's off hunting still.
That way, I think if she passed by me, if not, then never mind.
In any case, we have some food here. He very carefully and gently sets the dead deer down. So it's almost kind of reverence.
Lumi comes over her as big cat and starts sniffing it. And she kind of like looks at you and sort of like does a head nod She agrees. She agrees with this.
I'll set about removing the arrows. Then we can start the carving and divvying up the meat.
Before we do that,
Hang on. As he goes to remove the arrows, Louis sticks one big fat paw on it, clamps her jaws around one of its hind legs, and just rips it off. And then walks away with it.
He's just sitting there, just watching this.
so
Okay, then.
while he's preparing the meat, I'm gonna ruffle through my bag and see if any of my herbs and ingredients might make the dish a little bit better. I'm specifically looking at tower shrooms and what was the other one? Oh, yeah, shield mushrooms.
Oh, I've got to open that bloody sheet up.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, you bastard! How dare you remember things?
Right,
Yeah, I've got
Kai.
to find it.
Kai, while I remember, did I get any tidbits of information in from the one successful hit of memory either on the thing or no? Was I too enraged
Oh
to realize
shit! I
anything?
completely forgot about that thing.
Yeah,
I believe you.
Did I get anything?
Was it when you were frenzied?
Yes.
Or
do
you
I
would
have
have
to
reached out, but you wouldn't have been in a state to actually take in what was going in. You kind of just because you were like effectively drugged into that frenzy. So like you're just lashing out. You're not really thinking about what thoughts and stuff are running through your head. When
so
you did it.
I gained something. I don't know what it is unless I nap it.
You may or may not remember it at some point in the future. But at the time, you were in a frenzy.
So, okay.
They were shrooms, right?
Shield mushrooms and tower shrooms. One is labeled HP, the other one is bark skin-like effect.
And you want to add these to whatever you're going to cook with the DA, yeah?
Yeah, basically make a venison stew with mushrooms.
How many?
I'll use 2 shield mushrooms and 2 tower shrooms.
2 of each. Okay, so I'll have... Oh, what? Why am I going to make you... You don't have cook's utensils proficiency, do you?
No, I don't have anything like that.
You
I'll
have-
also add salt too. Yes, forgot about that.
Are you gonna like... you have herbalism kit? Yeah?
I do, yes, I have double proficiency in herbalism.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm just deciding what to... Like, how are you doing it? Are you, like, crushing them up and mixing them together, or are you just kind of, like, bunging it all in as a stew and slowly, like, having it all heat up and...
Slowly heating up. I guess technically like a potion. Technically. But, yeah, no, it's a stew. I'm gonna, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to have you roll anything if you're just going to stew it.
Yeah.
It's kind of just like bung it in the pot and watch over it until it's like seems to be done.
Yeah.
So you're going to start preparing dinner on the fire best you can.
You guys don't mind if I cook this time, do you?
Loom is too busy chewing on a leg.
I want to see if my ingredients might add to the flavor, or maybe help in some way. I have an idea of what these ingredients do, so I want to see if it works. No response?
Hmm?
Sorry, my brain didn't process. Because any of that, I'm just laying on the floor.
Can I cook for everybody? Are you guys
Sure.
okay with it?
Sure.
Yes.
Alright, so I'm gonna make that stew for everybody. Happy chirpy noises. Alright, stew time! Let's go!
Okay, so you're cooking a stew. Rel's wandered off on her own.
Oh, great. Now my brain is like, do. Aha!
This isn't Breath of the Wild, Dirk.
Come on! It's a meat and mushroom skewer.
Give a ration so I don't have to eat one, please.
No, bro. Trust me, you might want this.
No, I mean give food so I don't have to eat a ration. Damn it.
Oh yeah, no, I'm totally going to. Yes, I'm sharing with
Okay.
everybody.
God. Yum.
Sorry. Bear with me.
Currently Otto is not a bear though.
No, I'm not. That wolf traits was for hunting. Don't worry about it.
I know. You said bear with me.
Oh.
Right.
Smart ass.
So
Cook the food.
you slowly stew some meat with these mushrooms and whatnot. High-low good turp.
Hi.
And a second time.
Low.
Okay.
I'm guessing that was for both effects.
Yeah, I'm just going to randomize it for now, see if anything happens. Okay. And you threw 2 in, yes?
2 of each, yes. And some salt.
Okay. Well, how long are you going for?
Hmm?
Roll disappeared.
Oh, wait, what?
I'm basically asking, is she going for a very long time or just a short duration? Basically, is she going to turn up as you're eating or after you've done eating? She's going to arrive as everyone's like in the middle of eating.
Okay. I thought she returned when she brought back the food, but okay.
No, Kaide and Zoho arrived at camp and he did a thing when he realized Rill had just kind of like left him
Interesting.
with the
Okay.
deer on the way back.
Wow.
So, Rill, you return to camp as they are in the middle of their eating whatever this stew is. It's a meat variety stew. Whether you like it is up to you. Louis just going to help herself to another deer leg.
I'm assuming there's lots of venison left, right?
That's enough to feed the group. It was a young deer,
Okay, so there was
so
enough...
you're not likely going to have any spare left at the end of the, like.
Okay, because I was thinking of smoking the rest if there was.
That takes a long time though.
Yeah, I know. I thought I was thinking of doing it overnight, but yeah, it's fine.
And also the way Lumi's eating, it's like anything you leave, you
Yeah,
kind
I
of get
doubt
the
it.
feeling
Yeah.
it won't be there in the morning.
She
Plus,
sounds like
you've
an
got
evening
Lumi
snack.
and you've got Kaite, so like they're both quite happy with regular meat.
Yeah. They sound like evening snackers to me.
So
anyway.
real returns as you're in the middle of your meal. That's where we're at.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Well, because of the meat you collected, I was able to make this. And I hand her a bowl.
Mm.
Oh, a nice, snack afterwards, if you're willing to share.
A good find.
Oh. Well, that's okay.
Mm.
This is good on its own anyways. And I gestured to the stew when I say that.
Toho is just eating the stew silently.
I'm gonna laugh if this goes horrifically wrong and we wake up like friggin' sick. Gotta experiment somehow, right? Oh no.
What?
Cayenne, why the
Please
fuck
say
are you not
before
following us?
rolling?
Cayenne, it's for myself. Cayenne, why are you not passing out?
Anyway.
You should just set yourself up a randomizer if that's what you're gonna do. That way, I'm not going to question every time you're pre-rolling.
So I guess we're gonna have the stew and go to sleep, I guess. Rug.
Well, I'll keep first watch. Says Foreign.
Yep. And I'm gonna pass the hell out. You know what? I like that stew. I'm gonna have seconds.
So much for passing out.
Yeah, I know. I did. He liked it too much.
Okay. So you guys gonna like finish eating and then settle into your routine?
Yep. The watches.
Right. So
Alright.
everyone's having stew. Kaite, I'm going to assume, is having non-stew because meat is meat and meat is better than stew.
Nom
Yeah.
nom nom.
Okay.
Is anyone not having stew?
Besides Lumi and Kaito.
Aside from Lumi and Kaite.
No, I'm having
No.
stew.
Okay, everyone else is apparently having stew. Got it. So, Foreign's insisting on first watch. Who wants to take second, third, and fourth?
I took second.
I'm taking fourth.
So, Foreign, Otto. Sorry, did you say third or fourth, Soho?
Fourth.
Fourth. And who's taking third then?
Cayenne looks unreal.
Hmm?
Cayenne's like, can you take watch so I can sleep?
I'm dying. I don't think I was bringing the exhaustion correct. Leanne got hit points back.
No, you can get your hit point. It's your stamina that's affected by your exhaustion.
Okay.
So, okay. So the way I've changed it in regards to hit dice, as I go to my little notes, because it does have a effect. Where is my? Here we go. Here we go. So, changes to the long rest is you will gain one of your hit dice back for each hour of your long rest. So the longer you rest, the more hit dice you get. The shorter the rest, the less hit dice you get.
Okay.
So basically, for each hour you spend hit dice or regain hit dice, kind of.
And each
thing.
watch is how many hours then?
Each watch is going on the basic 4 hours, about 2 hours.
Okay.
If we decide people are going to sleep in and stuff, then you can either do so beforehand and have an extra watch or a bit longer. But the minimum requirement is still the same time, effectively.
Okay.
When you complete a long rest, you will gain you will reduce your exhaustion by 1. Once your exhaustion's gone by 1, your stamina can then regen back over time. So unless something happens, you'll basically get your stamina back. So the order of events is spend your hit die, regen your hit die. If you succeed on your rest, you lose a level of exhaustion, and then we figure out stamina. Does that make sense?
Okay.
It's like the way I'm thinking about it is just like an order of events, because that way you can go like check, check, check. So, let me spend hit die. I'm just typing this out into chat, so we've got it there.
Okay. So hitting the long run rest button doesn't automatically heal you anymore then?
That I'm going to have to check in a minute. Thank you for reminding me.
Okay.
Because I'm not sure if it actually would let me do it. So it might be for the moment we have to just fiddly do a manual update.
I've got a lot of things to manually update if that's the case. And I'm worried I might miss something.
It doesn't take that long to do spells in that tab. There should be little X's.
I'm talking about my transformations and all my little niggles.
Oh,
crap.
Those you should be able to just remember them, because most of them are like 1 a rest, and then your transformations is 2 per rest.
Oh no.
Oh shit! I fell asleep.
So just
I'm
ignore
assuming
the
it's not meant to be damage. It's just meant to be that's a low roll.
yeah. Ignore the word damage.
It's brain damage.
Oh, okay. Oh shit! When was the last time you slept?
A while ago. I think.
I need a date. I need a date. I need a date.
Oh no.
I think we were still in the cave.
So about a week ago?
Yeah, quickly check the notes, Faye, for what date that was, so I can just do the quick math on it. So I'm going to go into Otto's character sheet and check these settings. So they're all blank, and I think I did that for everybody. Checking rules. Yeah, okay, so the last thing you're going to do is click your long rest button, because that is if you successfully go through enough of a rest before anything happens.
Alright, fair enough.
So it should, if I've set it up right, calculate. If it doesn't and it does the old style, just heals you and stuff, we'll just go with that for now.
Okay.
So, first, you can spend however many hit dice you want out of what you have. If you want to do them one at a time, so you don't overkill yourself, that's fine. If you just want to roll all of them, because fuck it, you're probably at this level. You should get them all back because you're under level 8.
My maximum HP is 47.
Yes, it should be. If that's what it says.
I'm gonna roll one.
So basically, instead of just straight up hitting the long rest button, roll hit dice.
I'm gonna roll just
And
one.
Foreign's doing first watch, so I will roll his thingy while Kyan's looking that up. And people are doing their hit dice.
As of not falling asleep yet, this is the 24th. I think that of the fucking month. Sakine.
That was the last time.
No, that is today. I believe I fell asleep. Yeah, I fell asleep after the spider fight, which was still the 21st.
Roll a wisdom save, please.
That was the wisdom save.
Oh, that was the wisdom save you just did.
Yes.
The 3?
Yes.
Oh shit!
Wait, hang on. Wait, no. Okay, it hang on. What the fuck?
That's a random to see
Yeah.
whether you fell asleep. Yes.
No.
I just need an actual wisdom saving throw because you fell asleep.
No, this is did I fall asleep?
Ah. I'm guessing that is a yes.
Yeah, let me roll the oh shit, I fell asleep again, because apparently it didn't roll the d20.
You are fine. You actually sleep.
Well, that's a 14 though.
Yes, you are fine. You actually fell asleep.
Okay.
It hasn't actually been that long since you last slept. Unless by the 21st you meant last month.
No, because I explode. No, because I explode.
Yeah, so you're okay.
I exploded in the inn.
Try not to think too much about it, is what I'm thinking.
Right, so I'll go through this in order then.
Mm-hmm.
Starting with Foreign on first watch.
Yep. You rolled a perception of 22.
Yes. He's a little paranoid. During the first watch, he's sitting there, crossbow at the ready, constantly. And all of a sudden, in the distance, he hears a cry he is unfamiliar with. He bolts up, he stands, he looks around, he looks to the sky. He is unable to see anything. he is going to go and wake up Otto.
Early or on time?
Early, because he's paranoid.
Alright. What? What's going on?
I heard something.
Did it sound like a cry?
Kind of. I don't know if I should wake everyone up.
Lumi and
It
I heard
sounded really far, but
Lumi and I heard that. For some reason, Lumi didn't want to go towards that sound.
he quickly shuffles over and he starts stamping out the fire. Best to be
Why?
safe, yeah?
How close was the sound this time?
I don't know,
Hmm.
but if you're saying you heard something before, probably best we stay safe. Considering we picked the open ground for the fire.
Fair enough.
So, you wanna keep watch with me?
For the duration of my shift, yes. I guess I'll roll a perception.
Yeah, so we'll head on to yours. Listening to the surroundings, mainly due to the lack of light after Thorin stamped out the fire. He kind of like
No moonlight
all is
tonight?
no moonlight,
Okay.
cloudy,
Hmm.
cloudy, and a bit chilly now the fire's gone out. No signs of snow or rain at the moment. That's good.
That is good.
You kind of find it quite peaceful. You're just sort of like listening, keeping an eye out. But for the majority of your time, all you really hear is like the insects and the general nightlife that you are quite familiar with from your days not in a town. Yours goes pretty peacefully.
Hmm. I wake up the next person in line. I believe that's Rill.
Believe that is real.
And
Have fun with that.
and I head back to bed. Oh, wait, no, I have to wake up Rill. Dang it.
So I'm going to do foreigns.
Maximum of one, minimum of the other.
Average.
Yeah.
Perfectly balanced as everything should be. No, wait. You woken up real yet?
Yes, I'm shaking her awake.
Rude.
It's your turn on watch.
Chomp, chomp.
I don't think that'd work very well this time. Seeing as I'm made of tree.
She would just end up getting a mouthful of bark. And I'm pretty sure bark doesn't taste good.
Nah, kind of wooden,
Haha, get it? Wouldn't.
chewy, bit chewy, bit wooden.
Yes. Oh yeah,
The
I
light
forgot
went out, remember?
The fire's out.
One safety.
That caught me off guard. Keep your ears open, okay? We've been hearing some sounds and, well, just keep a sharp ear out. I say that in any language she understands better than common. Well, it's not that I don't trust that you can see in the dark, it's that we've been hearing it more than we've been seeing it. Whatever is out there. Anyways. Well, will do. And Otto passes out.
Okay. I would have a perception from Real then, please. Okay, so Rel, shortly after Otto falls to sleep, is Kaite with you? And awake? If Kaite's awake, she can roll perception as well. If she wants. Okay. So, shortly after Otto goes to sleep, you hear a cry.
Oh, his cousin.
Uh-oh.
No,
I see
Nike.
Real going, oh, his cousin. Wait. Oh, no, his cousin.
It's okay. About shortly after one cry, there's a second cry.
Cousin Puck.
It sounds very similar to the first one, so you are not sure if it is the same one still calling or whether it was a reply or not. Lumi in her cat form kind of like rolls up and stretches, looking towards Kaite.
Rebel growls.
She noticed the grumbly thing next to her.
Growl, growl.
It's a dark sky. You can just make out the cloud cover. It's like as you look up, you kind of see like the general like I want to say silhouette, but the other way around from the moonlight shining down onto the cloud. But it's not like breaking through enough to light up the surroundings much. It is very dark. What are you doing? I'm pretty sure it's not interpretive dance. Just realized I put the wrong I forgot to change the music.
Oh.
I have a nighttime version of the same song. Are you going to continue? You're not waking anyone up or anything. You're just continuing watch, yeah? Okay. Can I have one more perception then? Okay. The rest of your time goes undisturbed. Until it becomes time to wake up Zoho. Lumi is currently awake with you, by the way, but she just seems to be watching Kaite.
Five more minutes.
Pointy.
20. Mm. 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 Okay, I'm up. Jeez. After those sparks in my face, Kaite. I knew it was you because you're the only one with talents. Ow.
You hear a grumble from behind you.
Huh? Turns around.
Lumi is staring at you.
Right.
From what you can make out,
My turn for
the
what?
cat eye is kind of reflecting what little light is in the around.
Someone put the fire out? He's slowly moving over to where he could see Lumi's eyes. Does Zoho even want to know what Kaite said?
Probably not.
Must be early morning. I'm on the last watch. He looks around. Looks up at the sky.
It's dark. You see a slight circle in the clouds, with the faintest of moonlight making it a slightly different, lighter shade of cloud.
Miller cousin.
Cousin. The wyvern? So stretches. Right. He starts his watch. Is there anything?
Roll perception.
Perception. 18.
You do not notice anything during your watch out of the ordinary. You feel the chill with no fire.
Seriously, who put out the fire? It's gonna be more difficult. I mean, sure, it keeps me awake because I'm shivering, but at the same time.
You are the only one awake by now. Well, apart from Lumi. But Lumi's a big cat. I'm just saying, if you want to put the fire back on, no one told you not to. How
Soho
cold do
just
you feel,
walks over to
Zoho?
the fire pit, takes out the tinderbox, and just starts another fire.
Okay, you take a few moments to get the coals to relight. There's still a little bit of warmth in there when you actually got your hands right in there to light it. And it's pretty quick and easy to get going once again.
Whoosh.
Yeah.
He holds his hands at the fire to get them warm. Ah, much better. He's
Right.
still keeping watch.
So effectively, the end of your long rest comes to an end.
Yeah.
Anyone who didn't spend their hit dice, feel free to spend your hit dice, and then you will, at the end of the rest, you will regain all your hit dice. Sorry, you'll have to type this in manually into your hit dice box. So you should all have 6 hit dice at the end of the rest.
Wait. So
You regain for 1 for hit dice for each hour spent, and you can spend 1 for each hour.
okay, well I spent 1.
It just means you're never going to be guaranteed to get to max if you're like really low, kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's not going to have much of effect yet because your like a rest is 8 hours long and you're under 8 levels. So
You know what, I'm
as long
gonna
as you get through your whole rest, you're going to have your whole hit points back at the moment. Hit
Yeah.
dice, sorry.
I'm just gonna
Another one.
why not? And yeah, no, that's max. Okay.
Rill, did you eat any of those berries you found, or did you just pocket them? Okay, so everybody who ate the stew
Nyeh.
will gain 4 temporary hit points plus their constitution modifier. In temporary
So
hit points.
4 plus 2. Zoho gets a plus 6.
Wait, Constitution.
Plus
Yeah,
Constitution.
4
4
plus
plus
your
con.
constitution
Alright,
modifier.
so I got also got 6.
These are temporary, so they will just disappear first, and then they won't come back.
Nyeh.
Alright.
Right. If you guys stay, like, as you guys wake up, you notice the fire's going. Thorin would like to ask, why is the fire going?
First of all, it is cold. Second of all, it was dark. One of the few people here who do not have dark vision.
Kyan sits up, sees nothing has changed, goes back to snuggling her bag.
Okay.
Third, do you want to guess what the third is? It is cold.
You said that twice.
Yes, but I rather be safe from whatever was out there.
Trust me, Thorin. And from what Rills told me, all we heard were some cries of something. And that was it. Nothing else came by, even during
Yeah,
my watch.
That's why I pull out the fire, so it can find us.
Mm.
He takes a look around to the skies, and around it's all like, but I guess we're okay for now.
So, would my extra spells be prepared now?
Right, so you, oh yeah, click your long rest buttons.
I did.
That should do your spells and stuff without fucking up the changes I made.
It didn't. They're still grayed out.
Oh, that's weird. And we're going back into daytime, so we'll put the daytime music back on and check your sheet to see what the fuck's going on. So your spells and stuff are still grayed out?
The ones that were unprepared.
Oh
when-
no, no. The grayed out ones is this little. If I click entangle,
Okay.
the little dot. That's the so you can separate your prepared versus your. What's it? I just, for your sake, the grey ones are just the ones that you've got in addition to your normal spell list. So
Oh,
ignore
okay,
whether
so,
it's
like they are prepared
just ignore
now.
whether it's grey or red. That doesn't matter for you. It's like the grey ones are basically the ones you can't change.
Okay. So
You always have them.
I'm guessing I can prepare them now, or you said I haven't
No,
realized I have them yet.
No. So you. So thematically for you, you will kind of like you don't. It's not something you're going to think about. Just treat them as prepared spells.
Okay.
Because the only ones I have on your list is what you've got prepared anyway, so I'm just going to use the grey ones so I can keep track of the ones you're just always got. They're the ones you can't change.
You got it. I understand.
Because we're trying to keep your spell list short and
Sweet. Yeah, I understand.
sweet. Okay.
Yep.
But the actual spell slots and everything reset, yeah?
Yep. Those
Okay.
are fine. Yeah. I wanted to, yeah. Now that you described it, I understand how you want to set it up. Makes sense.
Yeah, it's just to distinguish
Mhm.
that. Rill, did you do Kaite's hit dice? Did she spend any?
More importantly, is Kaite back to full health?
Yeah, that's why I'm asking, because I don't think she updated.
Me. So yay! Zoho no longer has exhaustion. Eee.
Yes. Top, did you reduce your exhaustion level by 1? I think you did.
I
I
did.
think
You
you
did.
were on 3.
Now it's at 2.
Yep. It is at 2.
So he still needs to rest for 2 more days.
That's fine. I'm now no
Hey.
longer.
A couple of days exhaustion for 100 years of experience. I think that's a good, fair enough trade.
Yeah, I was about to say that's a good trade-off.
But what I am going to do, while we're thinking about it, is I'm just going to... Don't touch the sheet for a second.
I'm not. Don't worry.
Because I just thought of a stupid, silly thing I can do.
Wait, what?
Your exhaustion level is currently 2. If I do... If I do that tape box, I shouldn't have to remember the numbers. It should do it for me. I'm making my life easier.
I'm
That is what I'm doing.
I
What do
have
they
no
mean?
idea what you're referring to right now.
I've just put a modifier on your character sheet,
Negative
so
2
it
initiative. Okay.
it automatically does the negative 2s. So I don't have to remember it for the time being, because it's going to be a while.
Okay.
Everyone else reset. So your max stamina can only be 1 because you have exhaustion. If you guys sit around for breakfast and you have got no levels of exhaustion, your stamina should regenerate to max.
Yeah. Zoho is just gonna.
So
Is
my
there any
stamina
deer
stays the
left, or
same.
did
So-
we use all of it?
Yours is stuck at 1 because you're exhausted, so it can't ever exceed 1.
Mine
I
is
take
stuck.
it there's no deer left.
Uh,
No stew. We ate all the stew.
No, there's probably a bit of stew or whatever left over.
yeah. Let's have some stew.
Cold stew. Or at
Alright.
least there's probably, as long as someone didn't get packaged during the night,
Mhm.
there. Kyan, are you currently exhausted, or did you
Yes.
lose all yours?
I had 2.
Okay, so you're now at 1.
Yeah, I'm currently
Okay.
trying to
Set up and modify it yourself, yeah?
give 2. Is it just like attack, ability check?
If I... Yeah, it's basically your d20 rolls. Unfortunately, there's not the option to just add a -2 to all d20s.
Minus 20.
Uh,
Hang on, I think I figured it out.
So-
God, that's a lot though.
ability check, attack, spell, and saving throw.
Okay, so ability check, attack, spell. Wait, it negatives my spell DCs?
I believe so. I will double check that in case. I'm going to check if it is the spell DC or it's definitely going to be the spell attack.
Oh yeah, spell. Yeah, attack. Yeah, definitely attack. Definitely saving throw and just as regular ability checks. I should turn that to 1 now.
One to 10, 1 level 4, blah blah blah. D20 rolls. Your save DC is reduced by 1 for each exhaustion level. So yeah, spell DC as well. Kind of makes sense. But this is all like work in progress. I like the eye at 1 to 10, but it's still open to. We haven't used it enough yet for me to make final decisions on it. Right.
Okay,
So,
yeah, that works.
kind of get yourselves up in the morning. You kind of like sit around for a little while longer, waiting for the sun to actually come up.
I'm gonna reheat.
Warm
the
yourselves
stew.
up warm yourself around the fire that's going again.
Yeah,
Get the early morning chill off.
I'm gonna reheat the stew. Have the rest of that in the morning.
Yep. You won't gain any further benefits.
No, I didn't think so.
Temporary hit points don't stack.
Nah, didn't think so.
Besides, I rolled maximum for you anyway, so have that. You're good.
Yep.
Wait, does it also affect my AC?
No,
Okay, that's good.
dear God, that would be horrible.
Yes, it would.
Well, your AC is mainly determined by your armor / magic and stuff. So, for most people, so it's kind of weird if it did.
I offer the stew to Lumi, and
So,
and the crap. Getting dragon's name.
Go on, Terp, you can do it.
Kaite. There we go.
how did you feel? Oh, shame on you. Shame.
I offer the stew to Kaite and Lumi.
Lumi's going to just shrug. She's still a big cat. Yeah, no.
Oh, come on. You don't know what you're missing.
What is Otto offering Kaite?
All right, are you okay with at least the meat? I fork in the stew and take out a piece of meat on its own.
You're trying to offer Kaite the stew.
All right, fine. I guess you don't want any. More for us.
All right. So as you're there, waking up yourselves up properly for the morning, and eating the leftover stew that you've reheated, I'll be right back a moment.
Okay.
So I actually. Ow, my legs.
I'm back. Sorry. Hello.
Yep.
Okay. When you say you're back and no one responds, you're like, did everything break?
Yeah, no, I just didn't say anything. Sorry.
Right. So, where were we? Breakfast.
Yep. I attempted to give it to the other two. They refused outright. Or for us.
Right. So, as you're eating and generally waking up, uh,
I heard battle music.
yeah, Otto, Cayenne, and Lumi. You're gonna notice this.
Okay.
So, Lumi, I'm going to need her other. I'm gonna need to get her other thingy because she's currently a cat.
Kit.
That was at. Oh, that's
Cat's
where it's
the
at.
only cat. Where did I put that token? That is not helpful. Go me with my organization and losing my tokens. Here we go. I'm gonna need Lumi up here so I can click her and use this as her token.
Wow, there is just no middle volume for the master music volume level on my end. It's either
master level?
so quiet I can't hear it, or
Oh, I currently have it turned right down.
okay, all right.
That
So
might be why. If you can only just hear it, it's because
well, no,
I've
when
got
I
it
set
turned
it to
down.
maximum, it is actually changing the
No,
audio.
I can set layered audio. I can have different ones at different
Yeah, no,
levels.
this is fine. This is fine. I just
So
wondering.
if I do this without you changing it,
Yeah, I can hear it.
it should be louder again.
A little
I just
bit.
don't want to crank it up too fast.
No, and I understand. That's fine.
Failing at math.
Arcane anthems.
Yes.
What?
Arcane anthems.
They're looking at the
the
music
jukebox.
thingy that's playing.
Oh.
This is what happens when I lose a token. I have to resell it.
I've returned.
So it is. I think that's correct for math.
Hmm.
And
Sekai, I've noticed that my bars are a little bigger than everyone else's.
Yes,
Are
because
they?
we actually gave ourselves the temp hit points. Some others didn't.
No. I mean, look at my HP bar in comparison to yours.
Mouse, that's because technically our token size is classed as tiny.
no, I see what he's on about. Is it this?
I don't see it.
Kai, if you be so kind, just make me one. Make me larger by one.
Why do you
So-
want?
So because that's the reason you had to shrink us.
This is what I'm seeing right now.
I don't see your HP bar being.
I'm
bigger.
streaming it.
Oh,
Wait, why is this?
Huh.
Let me check.
Oh
what
wow,
Soho's
it is
actually
really
saying.
really big. That's weird.
Yeah, no, that's the same thing on my end.
Not on my end. Everybody's HP
That's
is
everybody.
the size of their icon.
No, it is because I had to shrink the tokens down. So the
Um,
for some your own bar is still for some reason scaled to what the normal token size is.
That's weird because mine isn't.
That's what I don't know why it's doing that, but it's like as long as you can see it and whatnot.
okay.
Yeah, I don't see that at all. I just see mine as normal HP. Alright, I guess it's just a graphical bug.
So, let's go back to where it was. So it was Cayenne,
Auto.
Otto, and Lumi. So, based on where we are at this current time, it would make sense for me to stick it over there.
Uh-oh.
What?
Incoming!
Green.
Oh
Get
god,
to the
this is what I.
trees!
So this is what I come back to. It's coming after us.
So I'm going to need everyone to roll initiative. I see you all scattering.
Scatter!
The people who didn't see it are the ones that are scattering, which makes no sense.
Yeah. Oh, no!
I had same initiative as Cayenne. Why?
I still had the stew in my hands.
I got a 12. Did I see it?
No, this is passive while you're having your breakfast.
Oh.
Oh.
I still
I'm
had
not
the
going to ask you to roll. Everyone, of course, everyone's rolling the same goddamn number right now.
I still had the stew in my hands. I ended up
I
just trying to chug the rest of the juice left before I started.
Okay, in my defense, I didn't know you. I didn't know what was happening. I left the same time you did. Do we have everyone?
I'm wondering why something is broken.
I didn't break it.
I clicked my button and it didn't roll. No. Did this fix it? I fixed it. Okay. So. I'm missing somebody. Oh, foreign. Duh. Why is everyone rolling the same number?
I'm
God.
not seeing this. Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. Cayenne,
Why is everyone
Zoho.
rolling the same initiative?
Yeah, Cayenne,
Why?
Zoho, and Thorin all rolled the same initiative.
If we're going, yeah, well,
Why?
well, the three of us roll. The three of us got an 18. However, Zoho would be going first, and I would be going last in that initiative order.
Why do I have a feeling the dragon
Why?
is also 18, which is why he's upset?
No, it's
Dragon's 11.
Oh.
No, I'm starting with the dragon because if you haven't guessed, when I initiate combat with something arriving, I go from its initiative as turn 1.
Fair enough.
So, even if you roll high, you don't necessarily get first. Works both ways. If you ambush somebody, it'll be the same thing.
Yeah.
So, because, fun fact, surprise doesn't work the way a lot of people think it does. So, effectively, the ones who noticed with their passive perception, you have your reactions for this round. Those who did not have the passive perception do not get their reactions this round. Until it gets to
Oh.
their turn. It's a status on the individual.
Okay.
You can
In
end...
other words, no opportunity attack.
Not necessarily. it could change in the middle of someone's turn based on what happens. So,
Also,
for example, what's going to happen now will possibly change that. You need to basically, once you're alert to something, then your reactions and stuff become available.
I would say my only reaction is deflecting missiles. Does a wyvern shoot missiles? I don't think so.
No,
Wow.
because technically its tail counts as melee.
Yeah. So
I'm going to need foreign. I'm going to need this one, and I'm going to need Lumi. There we go.
Also, what I meant by out of me, out of Cayenne, Zo, and Thor, and it'd be Zo, oh, Thor. In Cayenne, it's mainly due to the fact that most DMs, if there's a tie for an initiative, takes the one that has the higher modifier. In this case, it would be Zoho.
I don't know how it does it. I think it just randomizes it when they have the same number because it doesn't come out in alphabetical or anything like that. Because if it came out alphabet, like if you look at this, for example,
Yeah,
foreign
no,
shouldn't be before Lumi if it's alphabetical. Same with
Yeah,
Cayenne's name and stuff. So I think it just randomizes it, which is how I just haven't been thinking about it.
yeah.
If people are really want me to make a tiebreaker rule, I will, but I just haven't been because it's so random.
Nah, it's fine. The other thing I would really do is if I could get, like, as a reaction in, but I don't have the feat for it, would be using a spell. Otherwise, I'm just waiting for it to toss an attack my way or elemental damage. Unless it gets close enough for me to slap it.
Well, here we go. You're in combat. It is going to come over the tree line. As it does, it goes down. And then you see its tail, like it did before, come out from underneath it.
Has it moved for anyone?
I haven't moved it yet.
You're not.
And it's going to attempt to stick at Lumi,
Oh
which is bigger.
Oh, the only one that could slap it is Thorin.
It didn't come within Thorin's melee.
it
got
came
10
to
foot reach
here,
on-
right?
It swooped down, but you have to remember 3 dimensions.
Okay.
And it has a long tail, so it has a 10-foot reach, which outdoes Thorin. But it's also Lumi's bigger and higher up, so easier to get.
Dodge, Lumi.
Uh-oh.
She got hit, didn't she?
Oh no!
Everyone, move away from the big cat!
We
Alright,
know at this point that everybody gets berserk when they get struck by it, right?
Oh yeah, you've learned that from the last one.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
like
totally.
it might send people a bit crazy.
Okay, and just-
Wait,
Can I
isn't it
just-
more light out? Can we see this?
Yes, hang on.
Wyvern?
That would be a setting I forgot. Because it's daytime now.
Meanwhile, Cayenne just staring at now the even more feral cat. Why do you have to be a cat?
Did it update?
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I can't use comb thy ass on you if you're a cat.
So, Lumi's going to tries to like get its tail as it goes past, but is unsuccessful. And you see it sting her and take off to the skies. It is currently 50 feet in the air.
How close was it
So,
to me
120.
when it did the flyby?
It would have been about 15 feet away from you.
Okay, then. Actually, wait. Hang on. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to click
Your
that.
opportunity attack is a
Yeah, it has to be short range. I think.
It's within your melee.
Yeah, so then that wouldn't have worked.
It's like touch spells and stuff.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would abuse that with ranges.
Well,
The number is tens.
yeah.
And we go into Rill. Zoho, as it comes from like behind you and stabs you.
What?
And same
Whoa,
with
whoa, whoa,
everyone.
whoa.
No, stabs Lumi. Sorry, that's my phrasing.
Yeah.
My
yeah.
goodness.
It's fine.
You now have your reactions because now it's made itself known to everyone. Now your reactions come back. That's what I mean by surprise being a status.
Mm-hmm.
So like as it was behind you and you hadn't noticed, it came over you. You saw it stab Lumi, and then you're alert to it. So you now have your reactions to it.
Opportunity?
Makes sense. No, your reaction becomes active, whether that's opportunity attacks or something else you have,
Oh.
because you are alert to its presence now.
Can a longbow be used for an opportunity attack, or does it have to be melee?
Unfortunately, yes and no. You can't shoot it, but you can try and whack it with the end longbow if it's close enough.
And it's not.
You
It's
get,
now 120 feet away from me.
Yeah, you could pull an Atreus. Slap it in the face.
120? Why do I feel like the...
70 plus the 50 feet in the air.
No. It's not 120. It is set about 70. It's the longest number.
Yeah, 70 is the longest number, plus the
'Cause
50
it's diagonal.
feet in the air.
Yes, but diagonals. I'm not doing Pythagoras right now. Take it as the drawn line of 70, give or take 10 feet. It's still in your range anyway for your longbow. So, Rill. You see it
Zoho
come...
looks over at Rill. Shoot it. I see these two going, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it.
We'll do real things. This is a bad cousin.
Those wyverns, I think, are assholes.
Wait, is this the same wyvern that attacked us yesterday?
I don't know, does it look damaged?
It doesn't look damaged? Gosh darn it, this is a different
No.
one.
Or,
No, I'm asking
you know, I
Kai.
could have healed it off.
I'm not going to... I'm not going to answer because you guys have had a long rest. So it might be a different one.
Yeah.
You don't know.
It could have gotten a long rest too.
When it gets to your turn, if you want to try and figure it out, I'll let you roll for it. Yes, that will hit it.
But you got long rest too. Oh no, that's the more event version of long rest.
I assume you would cast the Hunter's Mark first. And I need to remember to update that favored foe thing to Hunter's Mark instead. And you also have Kaite's reaction thing. That's within 30 feet of ally, not enemy. Her reaction thingy. If you want it. Or she can save it. Okay. And then you have your movement. Okie dokie. You've moved Kaite as well, yeah. Feel free to move Kaite If you haven't, it's Otto's go.
I'm gonna hold action and cast this if it comes into range.
Okay, so 90. It is in range. It's about.
Off the ground?
Oh no.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
that's
has
the
to be
caveat.
near the
It's
ground.
off the ground, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. So if it can't, so range 90 feet, 20 foot up, effectively,
Yeah.
based on the square.
Preferably somewhere close to us.
So within 90 feet, outways has to be within 20 feet of ground level for the vines to be able to
I'm aware.
get
Yep.
up and get it.
Like I
That's
said.
what we're going with.
Yeah.
So you can still move. You can still bonus action. I think you can still bonus action. Except for your wild shape, because that would obviously break the whole holding the spell thing.
Yep. Yeah, obviously.
And take off the spell. Well, no, because it depends on whether you want to take your stamina to save that spell slot or not.
No, because I can't recover.
Yeah, so just take
stamina.
off the just take off the spell slot because it's going to be consumed for holding the spell. And then yeah, move as you will. And it's Farin. Farin said he's going to use his crossbow. So we'll use Farin's crossbow.
Quickly, Lumi, get as close to the wyvern as you can.
My dude, she's been stabbed.
Yeah. She kind of wants to myrtleize us.
No, she still has a chance to move away before she goes in rage. Remember?
Yeah, Zoho is correct. Remembering it doesn't necessarily
Alright.
happen
Yeah,
immediately.
she has to
It's
roll
end
it
of
first.
it's the end of her turn.
No,
right?
no. Terp.
Oh, end of her
You
turn
can-
first. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, at the end of her turn, she makes a wisdom saving throw,
Okay.
which means she can get closer to the wyvern and won't hit any of us.
Fair enough.
Make sense?
Yep.
And we'll throw down a turret. That's the other thing he does.
Mini me.
Yeah.
Can we just call
Tiny
Thorn's
far.
turrets mini me's?
I'm thinking I should really get a second token for this, just so I can differentiate.
Mm-hmm.
I can help you with images of turrets.
We could also just use the fire pit.
I think it has to range. No, that's not the one. I always get the wrong button for this. That one?
This honestly feels like Kingdom
Nope.
Hearts music.
Kinda.
Maybe.
Where's the button gone for the ballista? Oh, there's the button for the ballista. The ballista miss.
I fired, but I missed.
Naomi is going to.
Get as close to the wyvern as
Is this-
possible!
Wait, is this? Why do I feel like the? Oh, it's because she's large. It's marking corner to corner. That's why it's confused. Naomi's going to position herself under these two trees, up this ledge here. And wait. Zoho.
Okay.
Wait, wisdom saving throw?
And before I forget, Farin's going to take cover under the trees.
No wisdom saving throw for Lumi?
Lumi's an NPC. You don't see the rolls.
doesn't get affected?
No,
She's
she
a
gets
mood.
affected. You just don't get to see it.
Dang it. Oh,
I roll all my NPCs in the background.
yeah, fine.
Zoho.
Shoot at that thing! No, wait, actually, I take my action to observe to see if it's the same wyvern from yesterday.
Right, so that'll take an action to, like, actually properly get a lock from your point, so you would roll perception. But this would be your actual action.
You did say this.
There's a reason perception is a legendary action for the higher level creatures. It's to avoid this problem.
Screw it! Dang it. I don't see shit.
You can't determine for sure, but based on where you are, you can assume it is. And then you still have your bonus and your movement.
I can't really do anything if it's up in the air. So he's just gonna go position himself behind under this tree.
Under better trees, spread out. Cayenne.
Bonus action via sorcery point. Third. But why can't I select second?
Did you forget to click your long rest button?
No, because I have. No, because they're not.
Does it not scale with level?
It should. It's the first level spell. Oh, there we go. Okay, I fixed it. Weird. Well, Kremagor, third. Lightning.
Lightning. Okay. Ouch.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Hold action. Hold action. Grab face.
Hold action, grab face.
AKA Om Nom. Bring it, fucker. AKA, I'm holding.
AKA, if
memory
it comes in melee, grab it.
yeah,
or attempt
AKA, yeah, AKA attack with Memory Eater, if it comes into range.
Yeah, so it's gonna get hit by Memory Eater and Entangle when it comes into range.
Oh, we're back
Oh my
around to it
goodness.
already. We did
That's
fast
a-
turns. We're getting better.
That's a lot of damage. Why is there a lot of damage?
It's Chromatic Orb.
It's a spell.
But that's
Cast
a
at
lot
higher
of
levels.
damage.
Dude, you can stack damage. I don't know why you're saying that's a lot.
But I can only stack damage in melee.
And attack, like, what, 3-4 times a turn?
In melee. Everyone's gone silent. Why?
So it's gonna swoop down.
On
Comes within range of Rill.
Real.
How close to it is it to the ground?
Yeah, how close to it? Ground.
Not close enough to you, Otto. And
But it doesn't need to be close to me. How
actually,
close to the ground is it?
it does come within 20 feet to get Rill. That is a good point, because yours is 20 feet up.
Then I'm going to entangle it.
So it came
Strength
from
save.
here. And it comes down within 20 feet. Be about this square. So, give me a moment. About
Yoink.
here as it comes down over this smaller tree. What's the save? Dex.
Strength. I think didn't it
Or
say strength?
Make a strength check against your spell saved on DC.
Which
Well,
is
is-
currently -2.
Should
Plus-
automatically be in the...
Must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained by the entangling plants until the spell ends. Can use
Strength.
its action to make a strength check against your spell save DC.
And what's the DC of it?
I actually don't know what my spell save DC is.
Terp, it's above your spells.
Yeah, it's above your spell list.
Like above your spells, below utility.
Save
like-
DC 12.
Oh,
Okay, so it comes down towards the ground, and as it does, you release your spell, and the vines like sprout up, like the roots of the trees, like sprout from like near them, reach up, and they kind of like go for the like try to latch onto the tail, and they kind of you see them go over, but as they try to like do that last like loop to nab its tail, the tail just slides out and comes down and strikes Rill. Or
So I failed to entangle it?
it saved.
its strength is high.
Oh.
Or it rolled a 13.
Oh no, that's no. That's strength check against my spell save DC is after it's entangled.
It has to make a strength saving throw.
Yeah. A creature in the area when you cast a spell must succeed in a strength saving throw or be restrained by the entangling plants until the spell ends. A creature restrained by the plants.
Yeah, then it can take an additional turn to
Yeah.
try and break free each turn. Then, but it didn't. It's like it managed to like slip out before.
Okay.
The description may not say strength in it, but its description it's what makes sense.
He's weird.
It's flavor.
The description is weird.
Mine or its?
No, yours is fine. I understand.
So, Rill is going to take 15 points of damage
Ah.
as it strikes her, and then I believe it flew up over here. And that needs to
It's just-
become...
Toying with us at this point.
And it's slightly lower this time. It's 40 feet in the air. No, it doesn't come within reach for Cayenne.
Damn it. Coward. I yell at it. in
It's just
Draconic.
taking pot shots at us.
Rill. It's your go.
Rail's been stabbed. For 15.
It's
I think she
closest to
did
the
that already.
turret.
Yeah.
Eat this,
She
you
hasn't had to
stupid
make a
little
s-
machine!
She hasn't had to make a save yet.
Oh yeah, that's true.
End of her turn.
I keep forgetting that.
Jeez, what is with our
I
wolf
just,
today?
I just forgot. Rill has extra attacks. She should be doing 2 a turn. Unfortunately, she's not fast enough. As she takes a blow from the stinger, it puts off her accuracy temporarily.
Is Rail not gonna move, or is she gonna stay there?
She might want to take better cover under the trees, but it's up to her. There we go. What's Kaite doing? Yeah, okie dokie. Let's see.
Kaite starts to fly.
Okay, so is Kaite going to be above that tree then as she takes off? Okay, so in the lower branches kind of thing. Right. Otto.
Alright, fuck this!
Alright, fuck this. Oh no, Otto's getting angry.
Oh god, he swore.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that works outdoors.
I called the lightning!
Scandalized noise.
Wait, Scandal?
Dex save for it, yes. Oh shit! It gets struck by lightning.
You got struck by, you got hit by a smooth criminal.
That's a concentration one, yep.
Yep.
Anything else?
I'm also going to like dive under a tree.
Okay. Farin is going to...
Actually, I'm gonna move to this tree instead because I don't want to be near Lumi.
Do you want to be Terrell?
I don't trust people.
I don't want to meet my maker that soon. No.
Okay.
Wait, did Rill need to make a save?
Not at the end of her turn, no.
Okay.
I'll just do the Ballista first, because that's where my mouse is.
Bang.
Does he have any?
If the target is a creature pushed up to 5 feet away.
Oh no, that one's the... Sorry, I'm just double checking his spell list.
Yeah, I'm glad I have access to that spell now. I didn't have the access to that spell on the last time we fought it, and I was getting really upsetty because I'm like, that spell would have been
I
perfect
got no way
for
of stopping it.
Yeah, that spell would have been perfect for that asshole.
They are rolls so terrible.
I love this spell. This spell is
Ball
fun.
track fucking misses.
Oh no!
Why is the AC so high? I mean, I
It's
know
not.
we're not in the tutorials anymore, but
It's
still.
he's far.
It's not. He didn't miss by much. But it's like he missed. That's all that matters to me. He's already under a tree. Lumi is going to sort of like take a stance, waiting for it to like come into pouncing range. Zoho.
Take shelter underneath another tree, away from Rel, and shoots. Please hit. 18.
From where you are.
Yes.
Yeah, that'll hit.
10. And then I roll my Kensei shot. An extra 2.
Yep.
And he shoots again. Please hit. Oh, that
Yep.
definitely hits. For 7. Or do I have to roll Path of the Kensei again?
You have to roll the Kensei each time.
Okay.
It's the each attack.
3.
Okay.
So 20 damage in total.
Choo choo.
You see one of the arrows like pierce its wing membrane,
Gunk.
and it lets out a screech. Cayenne.
I can just see it just looking around the trees trying to find me. I'm no expert like Rill.
Wait, was there a
Quicken-
storm going on already, or was that just? Did I just?
You just summoned
did I
a storm
conjure?
cloud.
Yeah.
You conjured the storm,
Okay, I
so the,
conjured the
the the clouds are already there. The storm, like, effectively... Sorry, I didn't describe it, because normally I'll describe the clouds rolling in, but I didn't think about it, because it's already cloudy.
Yeah,
It
no, it's just I want to clarify because if there was a storm, I get an additional D10 on that.
No, there wasn't already a storm. I would
Okay.
let you know if the
It's
storm
more
was already
like
there.
your spell caused part of the clouds to sort of break off and then turn
Yeah.
black.
Just think of it. Just think of it as me like taming an existing storm. It's great. It's fun.
It's about 100 foot up, yeah. If I remember right.
Cayenne!
Yeah, it's Cayenne's go.
So
It
it
is 50.
is 50 feet from me? Or is
It
it further?
is 40 feet above you. It's from ground level where the campfire is, so lowest level.
Okay, so it's 40 feet up. Got it.
Yep.
Got it. Quickened Ray of Frost.
Pew! Speed's
Okay.
reduced by 10.
Right? Yep.
And Dissonant Whispers at second.
DC 14 Wisdom save.
It passes, so half damage.
Which would be.
I don't know if it's
6.
up. I don't know if it's up or down. So it's 6 or 7.
It's always round down in 5e.
So 6.
Okay, so it's also it doesn't move, but it's
So its movement speed is reduced by 10
yes.
for the Ray of Frost hit.
Well, yeah, it would. Yeah, it's reduced until the end, until the start of my next turn. I was hoping to get it the fuck off further. Wasted movement.
For those of you who were awake and noticed during the night, it lets out a cry.
That was the cry I heard last night.
Fuck.
Great.
Meanwhile, Interconic, fuck you, you overgrown flying coward wizard. Fight us on the ground like an actual dragon.
Maybe you should have been a bard.
Yes, I
feel
wish
free
I
to
had.
do your feel free to do your movement.
No. Nope.
Under a tree!
Nah.
You sure going under that
The-
tree is a great idea?
The clear...
It's still a tree.
It's also
thing's
close
attacking
to
from above.
Lumi.
The only things in the clearing are the fire pit and Thorn's turret. Everyone
It
else
starts-
is scattered.
Instead of swooping down, it starts to climb.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
But its speed's reduced.
So,
It's attempting to get clear of the storm.
It can get. Oh god, it's minus 10 speed, isn't it? So that math doesn't work.
Yep.
You see it start climbing in a tight spiral, and it disappears into the clouds. For real.
Rude.
Would you like to ready something just in case?
I was about to say, are you also squinting because of what I said?
No,
Wait a minute,
because
where'd
it
it
disappeared
go?
into the clouds. She can't attack it.
We can't. Ah.
You can't see where it is.
I mean, Rill does
This
have
hit and run
something.
tactic is getting old.
Rill does have something with Hunter's Mark, I think, for finding it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Her hunter's mark makes it so she can track it as long as it's up. Problem is, she can't see it through the cloud cover, but she knows it's still up in the clouds or above the clouds because she can sense it. That's why I'm asking if she wants to ready anything. Also, it's usually just good practice to ready stuff if you're not sure. Okie dokie. Otto, what are you gonna do?
That was a good question. Well, since this is, I'm assuming this is a free action. Cause all I'm doing is concentration at this point to keep it going.
If you want to call lightning, it's an action to call the lightning bolt,
Oh, okay.
but it doesn't take extra spell slots.
No, I know it doesn't.
Usage. It's
Yeah. Okay. Oh, wish that was. That's concentration. Wait, That friggin' sucks, man.
It's an awkward position to be in, isn't it?
It really is. Yeah, no, can't do anything. Wait. This is a concentration.
Yeah, your spell is currently concentration.
Can I recast this while transformed?
Yes, you can
Oh.
call lightning after transforming
Oh!
because you just use your action to call summon the bolt. You've
My
already cast a
dude,
spell.
I am like hell. I'm not going to abuse the shit out of this. Let's go.
Are you transforming then?
Hell
Or-
yeah.
Okay.
Let's see here. I'm gonna go.
Oh, this one sized itself correctly for some reason.
So I'm gonna go wolf for a change, cause I think I can make use of it.
I'll be right back.
And I'm gonna go.
So your AC is technically 2 higher. So your AC should be 16, not 14, if I'm remembering.
Yep.
And so I'll just do that.
I'm assuming I paid attention to where he was spinning upwards.
Yeah, it was a tight spiral.
Was it roughly the same location that my storm was in?
Well, it's roughly the same location it was in the
When
when it started to climb. So yeah.
So yeah. Regardless, I'm gonna move to where I assume he's currently at, and even though I can't see him, I'm gonna call lightning.
Okay. So just in general, storm clouds in case he's up there, call lightning.
Yeah.
I will. You
Oh,
don't
right,
know.
I need to recast it. Hold on.
No, it's like doesn't matter. He needs. It's like you don't know.
Yeah, but I need to roll for the damage, even if I don't know.
Sure, you don't know. Yeah, roll it just in case. Okay. So
She's min-max cheese. Okay.
you
And yeah,
feel
I'll
free
stand-
to finish your movement if.
That is my movement. I moved outward, out to the middle of the
Oh.
area.
Okay.
I am also preparing. Oh wait, no, I can't. I can't prepare a bite. Yeah.
You can't if you've used your action to summon the lightning.
Yeah. you're
Farad's
right.
going to ready his crossbow for if it comes back out of the clouds. Lumi is going to stay in that position. Zoho.
Ready longbow because I don't see him.
Okie dokie. So everyone's basically looking to disguise with melee weapons
And ranged.
and ranged weapons. Martial weapons. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yes, lightning is my
I am-
martial weapon.
Whatever weapon you can have that can get that high.
Yeah.
Ken?
Hi.
Your turn.
The fucker climbed above the storm clouds.
Rude. Bonus action. This. At third. Gonna go with acid.
Okay. So that's just
And then
concentration.
Yeah,
Waiting
then
for it.
then hold action.
Hold action to spew it.
Yeah, hold action and vomit 15 feet in a cone.
You sure you don't want to throw that on my character? Because that would be funny.
A wolf spewing fire.
No, I said acid.
Or
Yeah, but
acid.
it would consume your action to spew it.
No,
already
I can use it as a reaction.
It says bonus action.
No,
Bonus action to cast.
To spew it, you have to use that action economy.
Oh, yeah.
It will go into if Cayenne casts it on someone else, it's their action economy to when they spew it, not Cayenne's.
Hang on. Yeah, but what if I have Warcaster, and that's a spell? Would I not be able to use that as a reaction?
Oh, you're talking about your Warcaster thing?
Mm-hmm.
My understanding of Dragon's Breath was that casting the spell is the spell, but the action becomes essentially a magical attack, not an actual spell.
It would still be melee opportunity reaction to trigger it. So it's like you could technically you can cast these things as reactions if you got Warcaster, but the trigger is still the same as if you got a melee weapon. It's still melee reach, even if the spell is ranged. It's just you quickly casting the spell as the opportunity arises.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if it comes into melee range, I would be able to use that, right?
Yes, as a reaction.
Okay.
Instead of the normal, but it would also take up your normal action economy on your turn if you were to use it normally. Not Cayenne's, even though Cayenne cast it and is concentrating
yeah. So
on
I'd
it.
I'd have to choose between.
You would have to
that or
basically choose
lightning
your
bolt.
core lightning or whatever.
Yeah. I'm just thinking in terms of reactions. That's all. I understand how it works. It's basically like using a spell, but it's not my spell.
Alright, so everyone's waiting for this to come down.
Yep.
There is no sign of it yet.
It really doesn't like lightning, apparently.
I'm going to say everyone notices it though.
Wait.
There's another cry.
Oh, God.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. We're fighting two of them.
Oh no, this is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them.
We should not have made this bargain.
Yeah, this cry is not the same. This cry is a lot deeper.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
And it's real go.
Dang it. Why are we fighting them? Why can't we just move on?
Because they followed us. That's on them.
I just look at the
This
rest of
is
everyone.
stressful.
I look at the rest of everyone. You don't think it went to go get its maid or pair? And after hearing my insult, do you?
I barf in response. It is your turn.
Yes, it is real go.
I'm just wondering. I'm just wondering what y'all expect me to do, considering I can't see shit.
I understand.
I'm just asking for are you just holding the same action? That's all I...
Yes.
Oh yeah. And Kaite was flying. Is Kaite
yeah.
changing
So
anything?
okay. So wait, no. So she was at 10 feet. Now she was at 40. So another 30 would be 70. She's now
Is she
70
going
feet
up?
She's going up.
Okay, so she's trying to chase us.
She's trying to chase. Yes.
Okay. I need to check something then if she's going up. She's trying to chase, so she can roll perception as her action, and she's like trying to look for it as she's trying to chase it. She can't see it at the moment, but her eyes are like deadlocked into like the clouds where it disappeared, looking for any signs. Otto.
Do I know which direction the cry came from?
Oh, hang on. I'm on the wrong layer again. So, where are you? Wolf boy. Generally,
Okay, so
in this
no,
kinda-
no specific location.
I'm not going to give you a specific, but generally in that direction from you. I'm also going to just move your token to the for your normal self next to Lumi,
Thank you.
because it's confusing me
Oh yeah, no, I understand.
with it being in the middle of everything.
Shot in the dark. I'm going to move the Thunderbolt here.
Okay, so roughly around here.
Yeah, and drop some lightning.
Okay, get it for the numbers.
Hi-ya!
So the clouds kind of like flash for a brief moment, and a bolt of lightning comes down amongst these trees.
Mm-hmm.
High, low, or good top?
Low.
Okay. Movement and other things?
I'm gonna move over here. And yep, I'm done.
Okie dokie. Farin's gonna... Farin's going to keep being perceptive, quite said, to make sure he stays alert. So I'm going to have him roll perception as his action, based on what Josh answered when I asked him, because he wasn't here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Pretty good perception.
Farin suddenly turns around with his crossbow pointed that way.
Okay.
And it's Lumi's go. Lumi pounces on Farin's turret.
Ah, shit.
Gosh darn it.
Ah, shit. Here we go again.
Everything's now going to get confusing. Let's do a little... Do I have an angry face?
Just try an eyebrow on her.
I don't have an angry face. I have a sinister looking face. So,
That
No,
failed. That failed horrifically.
I've got one too many character sheets open because I've got to do Josh.
For goodness sake.
Okay.
Never mind.
How much damage does this damn turret have?
That's a good question. I do not know.
AC of 18. 5 times artificial level, so that's 30. Okay. She knocks the turret over, and then she clamps her jaws on it. And starts shaking it.
Oh no, she's a dog with a chew toy.
Zoho. From your position, you see Lumi grabbing the turret. And you see Foreign with his back turned to you. Crossbow raised.
Nothing I can do about it. Just keep pointing my bow at the sky, just waiting.
Okay. Can. Cayenne. Ah, there we go.
Sorry, I moved there. Yeah, the only thing I can think of is hold my attack action in the spew ass. Unless I can do both a bonus action and a regular attack action as a hold action.
Unfortunately, I don't think you can when it comes to attacking.
Damn it.
Like, I would let you if... Like, I think I would be nice and kind of, like, compromise on, like... If you were doing, like, a setup or something that wasn't an aggressive action. That you had, like, if, like, rogue bonus dash kind of thing into, like, position to then take your ready action kind of thing. That kind of stuff I would allow, but, like, double attacks, no.
No, because the other actions that I have is actually telepathic speech, which is a bonus action. Otherwise, I think me transform is the only other bonus action.
Yeah, okay then. So, ready for action.
Yeah, ready to connect to it and connect to what flies at us and start calling it bitch and draconic.
What's the thing done? I'm gonna put this on Kaite. Because I'm thinking,
So
while I still remember the numbers.
that should
Okay.
I've been keeping track too. No worries.
Okay. I still need something for myself though. Well, I'll just ask you that because it does
And-
overtake her token.
Yeah, that's my turn, and I'll be back. I can still hear.
Okay. So there's a loud crashing and cracking from this direction,
That's not a good sign.
and you see break out of the tree line from under, like, from it kind of, you see it go up as if it's coming out like a whale breaching into the sky.
The fuck?
This briefly comes crashing through the tree, like through the small trees, breaking the branches as it goes,
That literally...
and it looks like it leaps.
Why are we fighting a Torak?
Because it's a Torek.
Why?
It lands next to Thorin and spins, slapping it with slapping him with its tail. Hopefully. Slaps Thorin with his tail and smashes him into the tree trunk that he's next to.
Why does it look like a red Legiana?
Because I just needed it. I lost the original picture I had.
Okay.
I needed it to be red. That's all I needed.
It totally just
It's
looks
okay,
like a red stripy Legiana.
Looks like a fusion of Legiana and Rathalos.
Yeah.
Why are we fighting this?
It's the closest to what I had originally, okay?
We're not
Why
making
are we
fun.
doing
We're
this?
just thinking it's awesome.
Why are we fighting this? Why? I am scared.
Kaite is in the air above the trees. How far did it go? Do it from the middle. As it comes crashing down, its claws slams Thorin into the tree trunk and lets out a loud cry. This is the deep cry. This is the other one.
That's like it's hilarious that you have one like a critter that's crying because it's literally it's basically a shrieking Legiana.
Oh, it's not.
I know.
And then it tries to bite Thorin. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that's bad.
I don't
That's
see
real bad.
Thorin's HP bar, by the way.
No. You don't? Wait, you don't see his HP bar at all? I think it's just glitching.
I see everybody's except for Lumi's and Thorin's.
Lumi's makes sense because she's an NPC.
Yeah.
Thorin's set up the same as everyone else. I think it's just something to do with the having to rescale to get everything to fit. Oh wait, he's a dwarf. He might be okay. No, that was not the bomb.
We got resistance to poison.
Yeah, he's a dwarf. I accidentally clicked the wrong button and did damage, so he has advantage. Okay, so he takes half. That's good for him. By the way, reactions. I'm assuming you were waiting for something to attack, not specifically that wyvern.
Yes.
Yes.
So it's on the
Yeah.
ground next to this tree.
Wait, can I shoot?
Yes. That's what I'm saying. Unless you were specifically waiting for that specific wyvern and not just generally bad things.
Dang. I
Unfortunately,
whiffed it.
that is a whiff. Although it does make sense considering you were looking more towards the sky and not expecting stuff to come out from the ground. Rill was also waiting. Rill, were you specifically waiting for the sky or just for something to appear? Okie dokie. Kaite's longbow. With a miss. 2 whiffs. Unexpected.
Wait a minute, I have a second. Then I have a second because I'm holding action.
You
Right.
you don't get your extra attack on your held action.
Oh. And why is the turn order still on Tarak?
Because it's a reaction. It's not in your turn. It's out of turn.
What?
You hold an action to trigger it as and sell it as a. If you're holding an attack, you set the condition to attack. So
Oh.
everyone was on alert for when something
okay.
attacks.
Okay, I was just confused.
You use
because
your
I
reaction
suppo-
to execute it, which is why it's only one attack.
Yeah.
I was confused because I could post it twice, but I see now that she accidentally posted it as Kaite. That's what I got confused on.
Okay.
Let's go around here. Oh, Cayenne had a prepared one. I'm not sure if the range is on it.
Well, the range for the bonus action part is 30 feet, but I can't attack because it's 15-foot cone, and I'd only be hitting Thorin at that point.
Oh yeah, you're gonna get him as well at this point until people rearrange.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to go telepathic speech so that I can like try to pseudo pick up who it's going after first.
Okay. So from out of the clouds above, in response to the cry, deeper cry, anyone looking up sees this guy drop back out of the clouds,
Oh, come.
and I need to update that.
Well, considering I'm trying to aim my lightning bolts, yeah, I was looking up.
It's 60 foot above you,
Okay.
heading pretty much straight down. Rill's actual go. What? Well, yep, that. Which one? This is big one. Okay.
Wait.
The one without Hunter's Mark. So, Kaite adding damage to it, or okay. Roll a second one because all dice are doubled. Actually, no, it's max dice, so it's a D. It's just +6. So hang on. So that's 8, 16, 25. The second one is a miss.
When Zoho get to shoot again, or was that only the one time?
You only have one reaction between rounds.
Oh yeah, it's her turn. Never mind.
It's just that the reaction triggered just before Rill's
I
turn,
know.
so hers.
I know.
Any movement or whatnot from Kaite? Oh, or yourself?
Where is it in relation to her flying?
It is on the ground level. It is actually. It basically leaped out of the trees, over, landed, span, and basically
Okay,
smashed
so she'd have
Thorin
to
into the tree.
so she'd basically have to dive bomb to Omnom it.
She's in range. She would have to dive bomb to Omnom it, yeah. But it's a free action to fall.
Yeah.
I've been doing this to Faye the entire time in our campaign, so I just like reaction fall and then just do the thing at the last moment and go land.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So
It's
yeah,
possible.
she falls in Omnom.
Yeah, she's got the speed to like slow. She's got her speed to basically slow her down before she face plants the floor,
Or she could fall on top of it.
or fall on top of it. So yeah, nom nom attack on top of it. Is she trying to get the back of its neck?
Maybe.
It is. That's 12. And then any other movement you want while we go into Otto's go.
No. Oh, Tata, why are you humming? What are you humming?
I think the
No.
song's loop is stuck in his head. The only downfall to these is they're short.
All right, so my turn.
Otto, sir. Yeah. Oh, hang on, Bill. Can you make a wisdom save, please?
Ah.
Oh no. Angry Rill is angry.
Well, it's okay. She could target the wyvern because I'm standing over here now, and I'm going to call lightning down on that fucking wyvern. This one.
Hey, Angry Rill. This wolf that was next to you just tried to turn his back on you.
Oh shit. Well, I'll let that slide. It's fine. I didn't know, so it doesn't matter.
That's gonna be 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till. Oh,
Yeah, you didn't know.
so I'm gonna hit
Her
the 5.
reaction.
Hang on.
Her reaction is forced because she failed the save.
Yeah, I know.
She's friends.
No, Kai. If she
Yeah?
was attacking with a long bow, wouldn't that be at a disadvantage because it was close?
If she's shooting it, yes. Or she can just whack him with it. She's angry.
Then.
So 5 damage then.
I don't know.
I
Real,
don't-
are you whacking him with it or trying to shoot him? Okay, so it's a D4 instead of whatever the usual damage is because it's considered an improvised weapon. So it's 4 damage. I think.
Is it? It says 2.
No, it's a D4 plus mod. I think her mod is +2.
Oh. And
I'm
yeah.
checking now.
Which
Yes, it's
stat
+2 mod.
strength?
Okay,
Yeah, it's strength. It's like just picking up a random stick and hitting someone with it.
I'll take
So,
the damage. It doesn't matter. All right, so now I'm gonna call lightning down on first
Which one?
asshole.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me just find my freaking last one. Hiya! Hiya! Oh.
It's half damage on save still though, isn't it?
Yeah.
So 4.
Damage is still damage.
And that's an action to call it, yeah?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Farian's gonna like briefly straighten himself up after being whacked into a tree. And then oh yeah. He's gonna revert the hammer to the hammer, considering it's up close and personal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have him actually use one of his spells.
Just a reminder.
'Cause I believe this is a bonus action.
Just a reminder, if I remember correctly. Attack tactics! Oh. Wolf does. I thought everybody else does as well.
No, Wolf has back tactics, so when you're melee.
Yeah, it doesn't give
Yeah, this is-
everybody else bonus, it's just Doggo gets bonus.
Yeah, this is meant to be a bonus action, not an action. I need to fix that. Bonus action, then he's going to swing. Step around the tree trunk and swing at this guy.
A lot of thunder being thrown around. Oh wait, no, thunder is different than lightning.
Thunder is noise. Lightning is lightning.
Yeah, I keep forgetting.
Right, okay, so he slaps it for 9. And it rings out with thunder and deals an extra 2d6. So that's the 8. And strength save for this guy. Makes the save though. All you hear is a loud boom delayed after that lightning bolt coming from opposite directions just to fuck with people's heads. Lumi, in her angry state with this thing in her jaws, is going to chomp it. So she chomps down on the foreign's thing
Wait a
and then
minute, what?
throws the remains of it to the ground.
Great. Cayenne, you need to disengage.
And
Are
then
you gonna get slapped?
and she is still angry. Looking to her next target.
I look at the cat and point up to the thing in the sky. No. Can I roll persuasion? That's a
Now you're done.
reaction. Can I roll
It's,
persuasion as a reaction?
How am I supposed to get
No.
that thing to come down here?
Wait,
I
what?
don't even-
What just happened? Sorry.
Turret got blown up.
Oh no.
I'm
Lumi
asking
finished
Kai.
off the turret.
And I'm asking Kai if I can persuade Lumi
How
to
is
focus
it-
on the
Cayenne's
flying
right
thing.
next to Lumi as well.
Oh no.
So you need to disengage.
It is 60 feet up in the air.
That doesn't
I
mean-
don't care. I want to shoot it to get it
Then-
down here.
And shoot it.
Aim for the wings.
I flubbed.
You flubbed, but it's your normal turn, so you have your. You also flubbed.
Yep.
The dice rolls are
Why
against
do I
Soho
even
today.
buy? Why?
Why?
Maybe
Why
the
would
dice. Maybe the dice are like, put the bow down, go hit it.
No! I cannot hit
Soho's
something that's 60
like,
feet
dice, I
up.
cannot fly yet.
Toto, take a deep breath.
Okay. Zoho is moving to those trees, yes. Which will lead into Cayenne's turn. Lumi is going to attempt to claw you.
Okay.
For 4 whole slashing damage.
Wait.
Oof, ow, my bones.
If only you were a wizard, that would be more effective. Oh no. We are running out of time.
We're dragging this out for too long.
Oh, I'm gonna. Well, let's see here. Finally get to use this. 17 acid if it makes the save.
If it
Doesn't make
fails
the
to
if
save,
If it does, yes. If it doesn't make the save,
half on
other-
a success.
yes,
would
which
be
would be
8.
8.
Okay. Takes damage.
save or fail?
And that becomes 0. And hi there, buddy. I like your tail. I'm gonna eat it. Damn it.
Going to eat its tail. No, you're
I
not.
missed. Yes, I missed.
You try to grab the flailing tail.
Damn it! Or whatever's in front of me, because it was attacking Thorn.
I want this wyvern to die. I want it to die.
Do I technically get advantage? Because
No, it's directly opposite. That's 90 degrees.
well, Kaite's on top of it.
Are you trying to get under it? If you position yourself under it, so you're under its wingspan, then yes, you can have the advantage.
Okay, so I was there. I could have gone here to here. Yeah, I would have had the move.
Not the middle, because that's its actual body, but like any one of the will be considered under it.
Yeah,
Which
I could get
technically
it.
gives you the flanking. Yes.
Yes. Yay. Ah, damn it.
Miss.
I rolled the same damage though.
So around to its turn. It is going to retaliate against you by swinging its tail.
Reaction shield.
What does that put your AC to?
20.
You take 21 bludgeoning damage.
Ow! Oh
Jeez.
no.
As you get squished between the other side of the tree trunk and the tail.
Oof.
And then it is going to bite the wolf. Or attempt to. Current AC is 16, yeah?
I don't.
I update
yeah,
the circle.
16.
Can you make a Constitution saving throw, please? Okay. Do you have any resistance to poison? You don't, do you?
No.
Okay. 18 damage total. And you feel yourself getting very angry.
Technically, the bigger target looks more delicious.
Welcome to the Angry Club. Well, it's also a part of the Angry Club right now. Smaller ones. This one's just standing and fighting.
So,
It's going to come down toward... it's 50-50.
oh god. Oh god, that means this one took my challenge, literally. Oh no.
It is going for Lumi. Uh-huh. As it swoops down and stings Lumi and starts climbing above this tree.
Why can't it land so I could punch it?
Angry Rill.
Clearly, I can't do that.
Technically, the closest target is Lumi.
Oh no.
Just having everyone punch up.
Big cat, small girl fighting each other.
Miss.
Yeah, it is a miss. You still have your extra attack though.
Why can't this be like Ray in Final Fantasy where you just smack a person and it goes away?
Because it's D&D.
Because that's not how this works.
This is just complete detriment with no way of healing.
Mouse.
The point.
Sorry.
It's showing our lack of preparation for this,
It's not that.
among other things.
I have ramped it up quite quick.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest about that, but considering how well you were doing before,
Mm-hmm. Music changed.
Yeah, it did. Numi's AC. No, that's also a whiff against Numi's current AC. Where's this going? Oh, it goes there. Okay. Which comes into Otto's go, who is currently an angry wolf.
Well, it's a shame that Torak's closer.
Yep.
So, I'm gonna move the Stormcloud on top of the Torak.
Well, if you
On-
can't move the storm cloud, you can still call your lightning on it.
Well, I have to move the Stormcloud. That's how it works.
That is such a sudden change when I do that. Sorry.
So
Roll the button. Push
yeah,
the button.
Well, I'm gonna move it to this square so it doesn't hit anybody but Torak.
Oops. Half damage on saves. Damn your spells.
Yeah, well, I'm glad I got it. Frick's sake, we'd be hurting a lot more if I didn't actually take that spell.
So in your anger, you just kind of like wolfy howl, and as you howl, lightning just comes
Yup,
out of the sky.
basically. I'm a Tarasu, but instead of summoning sunlight, I'm just going, fuck your shit!
So, brief moment, like in response to that howl, there's a cry from above.
Fuck.
A loud shriek
Are we
comes
fighting
through the
three?
clouds.
We're fighting 3.
This is getting out of hand. No, there are 3 of them! What?
That's a name.
The fuck is that?
Oh. Fuck.
That's
off.
it. We're dead.
Mouse. No, enough of that.
Oh no.
Breaking through, like, you don't realize, like, you look up towards the sky as this loud shriek, completely different from the others, comes in,
Why does the name sound familiar?
and you don't notice at first because of how dark the clouds are. But as it descends at a rapid pace, its silhouette starts to take shape. This is completely black. It comes flying down, just complete free fall. So, as it approaches the top of the tree line, it angles itself up and swoops down, landing in the middle of everything.
Okay.
That's where we end the session.
Alrighty, folks, that's us for tonight. We'll see you guys again tomorrow night for some Tabletop Simulator, and next week on Saturday for some more Tabletop Simulator. until we figure out what game we're going to be playing. I am leaning towards a specific game, but we will figure that out.